Yo, people, welcome back to another Watching On. Big up your damn selves in the building. Make sure you smash up all the icons and that. And subscribe if you haven't already. Listen, it's PSG versus Chelsea. I do have an eye on the game at in Leverkusen. Obviously, I can see that it's 1-0 to Leverkusen at the moment in the first leg. However, I ain't going to get myself excited. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I got to focus on this game. This game is massive. This is a huge game, man. Away from home. In Paris, the starting 11 is on screen. It's controversial maybe in one position. For me personally, it's not what I wanted in the goalkeeping position, but it's what we've gone for. So we're gonna talk about it. But yeah, not what I was expecting. But I'll keep an eye on the Arsenal game and we'll see how that transpires. Starting 11 on screen. As you can see, Jorgensen in goal. Gusto, Fofana, Chalobah, Cucurella, James, Caicedo, Palmer, Enzo, Neto, and João Pedro. I was fighting a strong case on all-you-can-eat Chelsea, actually, for Neto to play left wing, because I think I hear that PSG are not playing at their peak level. I hear PSG are not to be feared. I don't think we should fear them. I certainly think we can go through. I've got us to go through in the second leg, but I think when we're talking about playing like Garnacho at left wing with the record that he has, the track record he has on not tracking his runners, and we're talking about today playing a goalkeeper because we want to play out from the back, as if we can't go long. As if we can't go long today. We've seen it in the Club World Cup final, Sanchez going long, playing it long to Gusto, playing that ball in behind Mendes. Neto or Garnacho, there's a running power in behind the line there, and just mixing up your game, playing out from the back, absolutely, but definitely having a variety and saying we're in Paris, we're away at PSG first leg. I'm not thinking that we're gonna have to play out from the back the whole game. We have to play out from the back, 100% of the time. We have to play through their press. Their press could be very, very strong. I'm going to go through their team. Their press usually is very strong because obviously Enrique demands it. Has to be. I don't want us to be naive today. We can win the game today, but I don't want us to be naive and I don't want us to be arrogant and think that we can come here and just bop them, because the midfield, I think, can bop them. Do I think Gusto, Fofana, Chalobah playing out from the back with, are they the best ball playing defenders in the world to be making 100% dependency on them to play out from the back with the press of PSG? Nah, no. So not for me. So I think we're doing a little bit too much in the goalkeeping position. I personally would have gone with Sanchez. I think Sanchez is the better shot stopper. He's the better cross collector. Kind of eliminates any threat there. I think PSG's team is pretty short anyway, so we should be, doing better on the set pieces defensively. But I think the goalkeeping position in the Champions League, we've seen it with Donnarumma last season. The way that he basically helped them win it is the shot stopping. It's going back to basics, doing the goalkeeping, parts of the game to the best of your ability. I think this Sanchez drop off is a bit overblown as well. He had a poor game against Arsenal, and then we took him straight out the team. It's a bit dramatic for me. I think it's a bit over the top. He was pretty much flawless all season. He's going to have a dip. Every goalkeeper makes mistakes. Alisson's made mistakes. Donnarumma will make mistakes. Like, you're not going to have a flawless season where you don't make a single mistake all season. I get the PTSD, and this is coming from me. Like you guys know, I ain't Sanchez's biggest fan. I wanted him sold last season. But to think that you're going to get through the whole campaign, he's not going to make a single error, or he's not going to have 2 or 3 bad games, like he's world class, like he's, prime Czech, prime Neuer, prime Courtois. It's not realistic. I think we've made the situation more complicated than we needed to, but that's the only part of the team that I'm worried about. The rest of the team, I think, is fair game. I think James and Caicedo in midfield is as close to confirmation that we're gonna dominate the midfield. If we can't dominate the midfield with them two, then we were never gonna dominate the midfield. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that is as strong as it gets in the midfield. So I'm very excited to see that. And then the rest of the team picks itself. Once you decide that Reece James is not playing at right back, and you decide that Santos is not playing in central midfield, that means Gusto has to start. I think it's a massive game for Gusto. He's going up against Barcola. Very good 1v1. Gusto is very up and down for me. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's shit. He needs to be on point today. But the rest of the team, you know, Chalobah, Fofana, when they play together, it's as good as it gets for us. I'm not saying it's guaranteed to not ship goals, but we ain't got any better partnerships than that. And the rest of the team is good and strong. So it's just the goalkeeper. I think the manager's taken a big call. He's taken a big risk, guys. If it backfires, it's all on him for me. I'll be honest. If it backfires, it's all on him, because you've kind of made this situation. You've manifested it, or you've made it happen. So let's see. Hopefully it doesn't backfire, and it's a masterclass. It's a masterclass of a decision. We play some beautiful football, and the goalkeeper, if he is called into question, his shot stopping or his cross collection isn't an issue. But I can't say in confidence that it won't be, because we've not seen enough of him this season. He's played, a couple of games. Most of the time he's been injured. We've had a lot of academy goalkeepers on the bench this season. So it's very risky. And by the way, we saw yesterday, not that it's the same level at all, but Kinski kind of got, like I said, it's not to the same level. We're not throwing Jorgensen in completely cold, because he played against Aston Villa. But they threw in Kinski into a massive game, and it backfired massively, and he got absolutely destroyed last night for the first 3 goals, and then he got hooked on the 17th minute. I'm not saying that Jorgensen's going to be like that. He's definitely not. But you can't make any errors as a goalkeeper. You know, that I remember when Mendy made an error after the season after we won the Champions League under Tuchel. Mendy made an error at Stamford Bridge up against Benzema, and we ended up basically losing the tie because of that error. Because if you remember, in the reverse leg, in the second leg, we went to the Bernabeu, Santiago Bernabeu, and we played brilliantly. We played really, really, really good. We almost won, we went 3-0 up. So that mistake from Mendy cost us. And at that point, people were talking about Mendy, world-class shouts, just won the Champions League, et cetera, et cetera. So there was a lot of hype around Mendy, So it can happen to anyone. But yeah, for me, it's a very risky move. Let's see if it pays off. I'm going to get the predictions going in the poll. So we'll see what you guys are thinking and feeling as well. Let me see. PSG versus Chelsea. I have I keep fluctuating between a win and a draw. Yesterday, I felt more like a draw, like a 2-2. The day before, I said we can win 2-1. It was all really dependent on the lineup. I do think Jorgensen going in goal brings my confidence levels lower. I feel like Sanchez is a bigger presence. I feel like he communicates quite a lot now because he's quite experienced in the team. He's probably taken up a little bit of a leadership role in that back line in terms of communication. You can kind of see it in a few of his mannerisms. You can see it in a few of his little clips that go around where he's kind of telling the fans to calm down, or he's barking after conceding because the defense has let him down again. So it just tells me that there's a little bit of, there's a little bit of intangibles maybe that have developed over the season because he's been in form. When you're in form and you're consistent over the course of the season, you are going to start to feel more responsibility for the defense and the team as a whole. So he's starting to grow a set of balls, and Jorgensen hasn't got any of that. Jorgensen has no reason to be in crazy confidence or to be leader as the back line and barking instructions. He's not played with these defenders much at all. So it's like I said, I just feel like that all of that is very, very risky, man. All of that is very risky, especially in a big game like this. If this was, if this was a Premier League game, I still wouldn't want it, but I would be like, fine, whatever. But I think biggest game of the season so far, madness. But let's see if it pays off. A lot of people in the chat surprised with Jorgensen. I'm surprised as well, but it's happening. Still 1-0 to Leverkusen in that game. There's about 15 minutes to go. Get your votes in on the poll. I'm going to go through all I'm going to go through what I think is the general consensus in the comments right now. Big call from the manager. The one thing you can say about him is that he's not afraid to make big decisions. So fair play, because it is a big decision. I'm sure he knows that. For PSG, you may as well go through their team. Obviously, you can see it on screen. The back five is as we expected. I was expecting Chandelier to start in goal. I don't know what's going on. Everybody was talking about Chandelier, and now he's on the bench. I don't really know this keeper too well, but I know that neither of them are Donnarumma, so there hopefully is a mistake or a lapse of concentration in them. We've got João Pedro up front. He's in the best form of his career. There's no part of his career where he's in better form at this level as well, playing at the top level. He's going to probably be leading Brazil at the World Cup, and he's firing. So we just need to create chances for João Pedro. João Pedro has never been a misser of big chances. He's never been one to squander loads of chances. You've never looked at his shooting technique and been like, what the hell is going on? It's literally all about volume. If he doesn't take many shots, he won't score. If he takes loads of shots, it looks like he's going to score loads of goals. So just create chances for João Pedro. I don't know how many chances we're going to get today. I'm sure we'll get quite a few, to be fair. But just create chances for João Pedro, please. I need him testing the fingertips of this keeper. And then Fabian Ruiz was always injured, so that's not anything surprising. That's the midfield three. João Neves made it back. He was coming off a knock. And then Doué, Dembele, Barcola. I don't really have a massive surprise that Kvaratskhelia is not there. I feel like that's just a rotation policy that they've had the whole time. I've been seeing those four since he was signed last January. They're all really good, you know. So it's different. It's different horses for different courses. Luis Enrique is going to make a decision. He's got to drop one of them, and you could say any of them could be taken out, bar Dembele, who obviously won the Ballon d'Or. I think he just come back from a knock as well. Doué, sometimes hot, sometimes cold, but when he has a big game like he did in the Champions League final, he can have a big fucking game. Barcola, okay, his goal scoring's kind of dropped off maybe a little bit from where it was a year ago, but even then still, he's a very talented player. And then Kvaratskhelia is a quality player on both flanks as well, cutting in on either side. So they got weapons, man. If he comes off the bench against tired legs, he's just as dangerous as if he started. So for me, it might be big news, but that's what you got. You got strength in depth strength in depth on the wing. So it is what it is. Right, let's see. Do you think we can ever get to that level of rotation? I mean, that's not a heavy level of rotation. That's not a high. That's just having three top wingers or three very good wingers. Like you've got Doué, who's a wonder kid. You've got Barcola, who's a top winger, and you've got Kvaratskhelia, who's a top winger. That's fairly normal. In my opinion, that should be the norm. This is why us not even having two top wingers is unacceptable. It's unacceptable, and this is why I don't have no patience or no. I don't play no games with the Neto, Garnacho, Gittins situation that we have here. We should have a front line at minimum of starting quality players in the attack. Then, if there's some lapses of judgment in the transfer window in the depth, you're always going to have shaky players in depth. You know, that are hot, cold, inconsistent, annoying. You can't have 22 world-class players, but to not have a front line of top players alongside the level of what João Pedro is playing on, plus a left winger, plus a right winger, we've had more than enough time to get it right. You've brought in Madueke, you've brought in Mudryk, you've brought in Gittins, you've brought in, obviously Esteval's young player, but again, he should be rotational in his first season in Europe. And then Neto, and then Gittins. It's too much influx and outflux of players to not have top wingers at this point. So yeah, it is what it is, but that's the reality. So in terms of that, when will we have that? When we actually recruit better, you know, as simple as that. Do you know what I mean? We could have had Elise. We didn't get it done. Elise on this right wing for us would have been absolutely bonkers. This guy is a Ballon d'Or level talent. He's a Ballon d'Or level talent. If you go watch his goals yesterday against Atalanta, some of his finishing, cutting on that left foot off the right, this is like, very rarely do you see that level of technical quality in this day and age of players. He is fucking ridiculous. And some people are telling me, you need to let it go. You're doing too much. You're glazing. No, I'm not glazing. I'm not glazing. This guy is a top player. Go and look at his stats. Go and look at Harry Kane's stats. These two here, bonkers. We know Kane's world class. Elise, bonkers. Bonkers. Crossing, shooting, playmaking, passing, pauser, you know, fucking flair, eye-catching, just dumb, bonkers player. And that's what Palmer would love, is playing with more bonkers players. takes the responsibility off him, and I'm sure he enjoys his football and enjoys his link up a lot more playing with ballers. So yeah, that right-hand side with him and Reece James could have been a thing of beauty. And then you're really rotating Esteval in nicely as well between the right and the 10. There's no pressure on Esteval. He comes in, he has his cameos. And that is how you get to a PSG point where you can say, oh, maybe Elise's on the bench for Chelsea because Esteval's starting. Or maybe Esteval's on the bench, but everyone's fit, but Elise's starting. That's what we're talking about. But we didn't want to pay the money, so what can you do? It's been a long day. It's going to be a long day. I'm pretty, again, I'm confident, but it's with a caveat. There's loads of caveats with that confidence. The caveats come with the discipline. Are we going to get a man sent off today? Are we going to have 11 men on the pitch? The caveat comes from Gusto. Is Gusto going to be on his shit, or is he going to, is he going to make mistakes in build-up, or is he going to have, is he going to have a good game? The caveat comes with Jorgensen in goal. Is he going to make a mistake, or is he not going to claim crosses? What's going to happen with him? Playing out from the back, is he going to get too... Are we going to be too obsessed with the playing out from the back and get caught on the press? Because we won't, go over the press and play long. Fofana and Chalobah, you have to rope them in there. Are they going to have good games? Are they going to make a mistake? At the highest level, when you're coming up against the very best attackers in the world, I don't believe that Chalobah can 100%, guarantee a top performance. I saw how we were at the Allianz Arena against Bayern early in the season, and he looked out of his depth. And for me, yeah, we still don't have elite level centre backs, and we don't have an elite centre back to put next to a Chalobah to make him elite in that one specific game and moment where they carry and they bring you up a level. So there's loads going on there, but the reason why I think we can win here is because of João Pedro. It's because of Enzo Fernandez's knack of popping up with a big goal in a big game. And his passing, if he plays to his level, him and Caicedo, we know the level of passing that him, Caicedo and Reece James can give us. Against Aston Villa, we saw it last week. Ridiculous passing. Cole Palmer, if he just wakes up today and just has a game, it's a madness. And Neto, I'm happy with Neto there because we know we have to track Hakimi, guys. We have to track him. And we know Neto's going to at least do his due diligence. He's going to get back. And if he just focuses on doing the basics today, making runs off the ball, very few touches, play the ball across goal for João Pedro, track your man, just do the basics. That's all I need you to do. I don't want to see loads of traffic on that side. I don't want to see loads of touches. Just do the basics. Do the basics. Be a 7 out of 10 today. We rocked up in the Champions League final against Bayern Munich with Ryan Bertrand at left wing. So, I'm not asking for a 10 out of 10. I just need a solid, mature performance from him. Do what you can do and don't do what you can't do. Big up to you and your podcast, Matisse, branching out. You as a natural. Thank you, Sammy. Much appreciated, brother. I'm looking forward to the next episode a lot. I think Santos is benched simply because of being bad on corners. I don't think it's that. If I'm honest, I don't think Gusto is any more reliable in the air than Santos, really, if you're comparing. The amount of times I've seen Gusto caught at the back post aerially is mad, absolutely insane amount of times. When the crosses have come in from the right-hand side, he's usually at the back post getting dunked on, so he's not aerially really strong at all. I think it's just about locking up the midfield, absolutely locking it. If you want to put a lock and key in that midfield, James and Caicedo. For me, James and Caicedo, you can't really ask for better in world football. If we're going James and Caicedo playing at their optimum level, you can't really ask for much more. Do you know what I mean? You can ask for different things, but you can't ask for more. You're greedy to ask for any more. You've got everything you need there. You've got energy, you've got strength, you've got, passing, you've got press resistance, you've got goals, you've got corners, you've got free kicks, you've got everything. It's a very damn good pivot. So for me, it's like I'm very happy with that. It's just hopefully the compensation on playing Gusto is not gonna ruin it. Give me Lavia. I think, listen, James for me is more important than Lavia right now in this position. Like, James has much more to his game than Lavia. Lavia can do certain things incredibly well, and he can have a master class, but Lavia is too he's too injury. I mean, he's not even on the bench. I don't think, is he even registered as a Champions League squad or what's going on? Why is Lavia not on the bench? But Lavia's been struggling with injury too much to be putting him in the midfield over James right now. For me, James physically is just going to go in there. And I referenced this game. James's performance against Arsenal at home when we were down to 10 men is better than any Lavia performance. Any Lavia performance in your life. I'm sorry. I love flair. I love press resistance. I love dribbling. I love ball carrying. I love all of that. But Reece James's performance against Arsenal at home in that midfield was fucking bonkers. Yeah? Absolutely bonkers. That was a world-class performance. Is he on the bench? Am I bugging? So why have I not written him? Okay, cool. That's fantastic. Because I was actually wondering when I was writing out, where the hell is this guy? Because it didn't really make any sense to me. So that's great. So Lavia's on the bench. But Lavia, listen, I'm never going to complain if Lavia's not playing because we need to keep him fit. So if we can just bring on Lavia for 20, 30 minutes at the end, look after him, he doesn't get injured, he suddenly doesn't get injured until the end of the season, then we can suddenly start talking about next season, can Lavia play this many games? Can we actually start depending on him to be a squad option? The days of me worrying about Lavia being a starter week in, week out are very, very far away. So I'm not stressed about that. Okay. I think we've spoken about a lot. Let me just go through super chats. So I feel like I've cleaned up there. Let's see what's going on here. Obviously, yeah, City and Real Madrid are playing against each other. There's 5 minutes left in the game against Arsenal. I'll just give you updates on that. I haven't even checked out the City Real Madrid lineups, to be honest. So I may as well just double check them now before I even give a prediction. For Real Madrid, Courtois starts. Trent, Rudiger, Huijsen, Mendy, Valverde, Güler, Tchouaméni. Penalty for Arsenal. Thiago Pitchard. I've not heard of this guy before, but he's playing on the left-hand side. Diaz and Vinny. That's really not a strong attack. I mean, yeah, they're missing Mbappe, they're missing Rodrigo, they're missing Bellingham. There's a lot of big figures missing for Real Madrid. For Man City, Donnarumma, Kuzanov, Diaz, Gurhi, O'Reilly, Rodri, Silva, Savinho, Semenyo, Doku, and Haaland. Only surprise there is Savinho. Didn't expect him to play. There's no Mbappe on the bench. There's no Bellingham at all. There is no Rodrigo. Of course, he's out for like 7 months. There's no Militao, Carreras, the left back, that brother, Alvaro. All missing. Bare players missing. So it's dark for Real Madrid. Man City are not missing anyone, apart from Vardiol, Kovacic. Kovacic has been out for ages. They've got Foden on the bench, Mamouche on the bench, Out Nori, Nico Gonzalez, Cherky, Reinders, Stones, Nunes, Ake. Bare depth. They're doing a check on the penalty for Arsenal, if it's going to be confirmed or not. Actually, they're doing a check. So maybe it's not a penalty. Let me take a look at the replay now. Madueke was running in behind. For me, personally, that is incredibly... Hold on. Nah, it's probably a penalty, I can't lie. Why have you dived in there, you fucking idiot? Why? What's going through people's heads when they do these things? Why are you diving... Why are you lunging in on someone that is getting away from you with 3 minutes to go? Just let him go. What are you doing? If you get that wrong, it's a penalty. Do you not understand? You've taken your keeper out the game. You've taken your defenders who could have blocked it or anticipated and intercepted it out of the game. You've literally just taken the control away from your whole team and said, I'm gonna do main character moment and I'm gonna go for this. The penalty Havertz is going to take, I'm sure he's going to convert. He's a very, very strong penalty taker at Bayer Leverkusen, his former team. So he knows this stadium very, very well. But he did miss a penalty against Manchester United in the FA Cup at the Emirates, I remember, when they knocked him out. I think that was last season, was it? Was it? Yeah, I think it was. Havertz with the penalty. One. That is a big goal. That is a massive goal in the Champions League for Arsenal. And also, just like it was last night for Barcelona at St. James's Park as well. Again, if Yamal scores that, you know, it's 1-1. And then, like I said, it's big goals, man. You got to take a lead. If you're going to be going back to the Camp Nou, you're going to be going back to the Emirates, you need to be taking a lead. These two teams, Newcastle and Bayer Leverkusen, are fucked up. Seriously fucked up. Arsenal will go through now, I think. I haven't watched the game fully, so I know that they've been struggling and Bayer Leverkusen have had their moments, but I don't think any of that's going to matter when it's all said and done, man, at the Emirates. That was the big goal. You going to go to the Emirates and win? Shocking. What an idiot. What a donkey. So yeah, that game is 1-1. People are saying that's not a pen. I don't know. The reason why I said it was a pen is because I felt like he dived in. He may have caught him just a little bit, but when you're running at that pace, any little touch is going to send you down. And for me, if you've touched him and you've not got the ball, then you're gonna give away a pen, isn't it? But people are saying he's dived, he's fallen over the ball. I need to watch another replay. Maybe I'm wrong. But some people, let me just run a poll actually. It's just easier if I do that. So a lot of people are saying he dived. The angle I saw, I mean, don't get me wrong, it is soft, but if you've connected with him, it's just dark, innit? What can you do? The Leverkusen one was the one that was kicked. A lot of people saying it's not a pen. Okay. I must be wrong. I am legally blind, so I don't really mind. You know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's just a goal anyway. You know what I mean? Right or wrong, they've given it and it's a goal, and yeah. It's a damn shame. Oh, it's a damn shame. UEFA rules, the UEFA refs are so soft. 85% people saying it's not a pen. Maybe I'll ring Saeed and ask him actually quickly before we start to focus on our own thing. Saeed's saying it's a dive as well. I'm blind, so I don't mind. I'm just gonna take the L. I wish the penalty wasn't given. Yo, brother!
Leverkusen robbed. Broski, I'm telling you, man. Did you see the penalty?
Bro, I saw it, but I thought it was a pen because I'm blind, innit?
It
so
wasn't, no, man.
It's not a pen.
So, by the way, he goes in between the defenders, right?
Yeah.
So, Tillman, I think it was, he tries to get the ball, he doesn't. Madueke's foot is underneath Tillman's kind of leg. But the delayed reaction, it's not a foul, it's not a penalty. He delays the reaction, then he goes down. I get there's momentum in football.
Yeah.
That you can go down by momentum. I understand it. But watch Madueke. He just almost like theatrically throws himself there. I'm like, if there's always going to be contact, we might as well give all these penalties a penalty then.
Yeah.
So what makes it go down? I'm sorry. It was so soft.
Because my initial thought process was if he's clipped him and he's running at that pace, then he's obviously going to lose balance and he's going to go down. But I only saw it once, to be fair.
Listen, that's what I get that. But the problem is, though, what you check Madueke, he goes after. Like, there isn't like...
It's a delayed response.
Contact. Yeah, it's not like he's trapped his leg to the point where he can't move. It's almost a case of like, when you feel a bit of contact, you go down then? That's just... From Arsenal, they're not going to care, innit? But
yeah, of course not. I think that's a massive goal in the tie. Because for me, bro, they needed to win this home game if they were going to knock them out.
Yeah, no, but even with 2 goals anyway, they needed 2 goals.
Yeah, ideally 2 goals, but I would have been happy if they. Oh my god, And you know Arsenal with these set
It's
pieces,
a smart dive. Yeah, it's a smart dive. Oh, what's he doing there, this referee?
Referee's
Yo,
moving mad.
whoa, what's going on?
Referee's giddy.
Bro, man.
The referee is excited now.
Yeah, the referee's excited. He's been on it like this the whole game.
Yeah.
Oh my! And they got, like I said to you, now yeah, they're winning this easily now at the Emirates now. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro, they're not deserved anything. They've been poor Arsenal today, poor. And that's game over. Yeah, game over.
Yeah.
That's it. Right, I'm gonna start the other stream anyway, man. Good luck, man.
Big up, brother.
Big up, brother.
Love.
Shut, man.
Appreciate you. Big up.
Big up.
Full time. 1-1. Listen, brother. This chat, we have to have it as a subscribers only chat. I'm sorry. There's no way you're telling me to take it off subscribers only. I'm sorry. I don't ask for subscribers, I don't ask for likes, I don't ask for nothing, but I want to see, you know, if you're subscribed and you're supporting with that button clicked, I'm gonna have to prioritize you in the chat. That's just fair game. I'm sorry. If you support but you don't subscribe and you come in and you come out, and nah, that's lovely. I appreciate it. But you chose to not subscribe, innit? So the chat, you can't use the chat feature. That's just your decision. You can't have everything in this world, fam. Can't be not subscribed and then also be in the chat, but you're not. Nah, it's too much. You're asking for too much, bruv. The thing's free already, you know. It's mad. The thing is already free as it is. You know how much money I put into this channel, and man them said they're not subscribed, but they want to be in the chat. You're crazy. You're absolutely bonkers, bro. No, mate. That button is free to press, bro. If that's too much of an inconvenience for you, you can't be in this chat yapping about this, that, and the third. I'm sorry. Love, though. Let's see. In a big game like... Yeah, listen. Guys, we know, man. We know when it comes down to this team today, the mentality, and you need to have two strong halves, like you did against Aston Villa. Don't be kind of up and down and capitulating one half, trying to bring it back the next. And, you know, nah, we need maturity today. When you go to places like Paris, you need maturity. You need to be able to ride some storms. You're not going to have a 90-minute game of domination. You're going to have 20-minute spells, maybe 2 20-minute spells where you're going to need to, I'm not even saying suffer, but you're going to need to be mature. You're going to need to make good decisions. You're going to need to commit, get bodies back. And I think we should have that on paper to do that. You know, I'm expecting, I don't know, let's see how we press. If we're going to press aggressively as well, I'm interested to see how that goes. Like I said, I don't really feel like our counter press has been as strong since we lost Jackson. That's the one thing that I think everybody can fairly honestly admit. Since Jackson's left, our counter press has not been anywhere near as strong as it used to be. We don't tend to win the ball high up the pitch as much as we did. We don't tend to, nip the ball when other teams are building as much. I don't see as many chances and goals created from those situations as I used to. But that's just one element. Obviously, the finishing, the shooting, the heading, the link up is all there with João Pedro. So it's a massive, massive improvement the way things have been going recently. But yeah, I don't know about us, how we're going to do that. But yeah, full time in Germany is what it is, chat. You know what I mean? 1-1. Yeah, what can you do? Neves or Enzo? I mean, boy, like I said, I do love Neves a lot. I do love Neves a lot. So I'm not gonna lie. He's just a baller, isn't he? And he gets goals as well. Like, you know, when I see his goals, they're always wonderful goals as well. I've seen him score overhead kicks, scissor kicks. Is he more mobile? Yes. So maybe I just edge it towards him in his favor because he's got more mobility. He's obviously, I think, younger as well. I think he's, 20 years old? He's got more mobility. When I look at that PSG midfield, when obviously everybody's fit and firing, the way that they all just interchange between different positions, whether they're the furthest forward midfielder, deepest midfielder, counter-pressing, tackling, intercepting, they just busy bees. I think we have to be very, very fair with Enzo Fernandez. The one thing that is becoming crystal clear with all the managers that we've had in charge is they don't really want to play him in a double pivot in these big games. And in quite a lot of games now, we're starting to see. Pochettino got a lot of criticism for playing him in the 10 because we've seen him at Benfica as a deep line playmaker in the Portuguese league. We've seen him for Argentina playing in the midfield 3 in the World Cup in that kind of 3-5-2. I understand where people want to see him in the deeper positions because he's got long-range passing, very progressive passing. You want to kind of see him, play those absolute launches into the distance. But the trade-off is what he's going to give you defensively in front of the back four. And clearly every manager is just not confident in him defending in front of the back four. He's tenacious. He puts the work in. He gets about. But his physical limitations, he can't really solve. He can't cover ground quicker than he can. You know what I mean? His body type is not built to shield defenses. It's just not. But he puts in a shift. And to put in a shift as the third midfielder, I think is perfect. 4-3-3, 3-5-2 for Argentina, playing in the most advanced position. Just putting in a shift whilst also having 2 more guys with you, fantastic. And that's what every manager seems to be doing, whether it's Pochettino, Enzo Maresca, or obviously Liam Rosinha. I don't think you have to do that with João Neves. You can play João Neves next to Caicedo, and you can trust that from a mobility standpoint, he's going to be able to get across the ground. So he just kind of edges it there. But he's still quite short and small. So again, you're not really picking up much on the set pieces defensively and the height of the team aerially. So you're still lacking in that regard if you want to be nitpicking. All right. So we are what? How many? 15 minutes. 15 minutes to kick off. Let's make peace with the goalkeeping decision. It's done now. We have to support the decision. We have to support the keeper today. I pray. Have I even got my second camera? I don't think it's on. Let me see. Wait, chat. Hold up, chat. Pray. Take my hand. Take my hand and pray with me. I'm gonna reach out to both cameras. Take my hand. Hurry up. Just take my hand. Take my hand. Someone say a prayer in the chat. Can someone do the prayer thing, please? Someone say some lines. Say something. Just say it. It's a moment. We're having a moment, guys. Please. This is it for the goalkeeper. No? Okay. All right. Damn. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. All I ask for one person is just say a prayer in the chat and everybody just be like, nah. Some people are saying a prayer, some people are not. Listen, this is it now. We've reached that time. It's done. You know what I mean? Do you know how much confidence this, like, because we know the drill. We've been about the block, 2-time Champions League winner, yeah? We know what it is. We know what it takes to win this competition. You can win it in the dominating fashion, which I think we did in every round up until we won it with Tuchel, in terms of the XG, in terms of the performances, in terms of just N'Golo Kante in midfield, the amount of chances we missed and wasted against Real Madrid, which could have made it a much more emphatic scoreline. We all watched it. We all know about it. Then we know the other way, which was in the 2012 season, backs against the wall in the semi-final, second leg, backs against the wall in Munich, getting a bit fortuitous with the penalty or, certain situations, 2 penalties, Robin, Messi, etc. There's multiple ways to win it. One thing we got to have in both those scenarios is a defense. We need a defense that is dependable. Unless you are I'm trying to think of a team in this competition that didn't have a good defense, and I'm struggling. Like, this defense and it has to be these guys because we already know what's on the bench. Like, I don't want to see them brothers, Tossins and Badia shows at this level. If I see any of them brothers at this level, it's class. If any of them brothers, if we get any injuries to the back line towards now and May, kalas. So them brothers are not a part of this, but we need decision-making, maturity, and we need leaders. We had Rudiger, we had Thiago Silva, we had Terry, he got sent off. But, you know, we had David Luiz. David Luiz was a leader in Munich. Go and watch any interview, go and watch any article, documentation of the night. Petr Cech, of course. David Luiz became a leader. He was vocal. You know, we need communication. Someone's got to step up. Out of Chalobah and Fofana, someone's got to step up. And I don't know who wants to do it or who can do it, but one of these two have got to step up. That's all I know. And the names that I've mentioned are the level that is required. So I need to see something. I don't know if Levi Cole was me back in time. Obviously, I know he's training on grass right now. I just know that I need someone that is going to take responsibility and start talking and start marshalling and start communicating and start leading. And it's either today, Chalobah, Fofana in this tie, at least in the first and second leg. I would be lying if I told you I had confidence in either of them to do such a thing. But you got to do it. You're both of that age where you can do it. You know, you're not kids, you're not youngsters. You've played enough now. So any which one of you want to do it, please get it done. Monster class. We need it. We need it. Do you think Cunha can do what João Pedro is doing for you? Different players. I mean, Cunha doesn't even play as a striker, you know. He has been put up there at times for Wolves back in the day, but for me, he was always best as like a left inside forward, cutting in on his right foot. Cunha's got. Thing is with Cunha, like in theory, when you look at the way he's built, he should be able to do a lot of what João Pedro does. He's got some physicality to him. He's obviously a bit Brazilian in there somewhere deep down inside, so he's got a little bit of flair if he brings it out in terms of his carrying or dribbling. But it's not. I don't think in terms of striker instincts, like aerially, I don't think he's got the same as João Pedro. Shooting, again, if he's at his very best, he can hit a shot. He can definitely hit a shot. He can whack one. I don't think there's the same variety in his finishing as João Pedro that I've seen. And I don't know if he's got the striker instincts because he's not played up front really much of his career. And João Pedro actually has, that's the funny thing. João Pedro played up front in the Brazilian leagues for Fluminense. He's played up front for Watford. He then played up front a bit for Brighton. Then he got moved back into the 10. So he's got more experience up front than Cunha has. So even though I'm surprised that João Pedro is kind of playing as a mad, like he's putting up the numbers he's putting up because he's never done it, at least there was some inkling and sign that he can play up front because he's just done it before. It just depends maybe who's servicing him and who's behind him. I'm not saying this was a guaranteed hit because I didn't think it was at all. I thought, you know, he could actually just become a hot and cold kind of player and just be part of the squad. You know, that was the risk. But he at least played up front before. So I don't think you're going to play Cunha up front and reap the same rewards and benefits. I think he's got to play where he's been playing. But if you're asking me, would I put Cunha up front for Chelsea? Nah. I'd put him off the left like he's been doing. They're similar, but they're different. If you get what I'm saying, they're not the same. They're slightly different, but you know they're also similar in some ways. Like it's a very interesting. I think I wouldn't be surprised if they could play a brilliant game together. You know, if they played up top together in a front two, I'd actually think that'd actually be quite interesting to look at. Yeah, it'd be interesting. I'm not sure with him. What else is there? He's 26. He's at the same age. So again, time to take responsibility. Do you know what I mean? You're not a kid. Certainly not. Do we want any of Spurs' players if we're doing a raid in the summer? Well, I'm not taking any of their midfielders, so you can scrap that. Even though Paulinho is a very good destroyer, you could then only bring him on, I think, in the last 10, 15 minutes of games if you're defending a lead. I wouldn't want to have his ball playing ability in the midfield at all. In 90% of time that we play football, because he's just too limited on the ball. Defensively, I'm not going to lie, Van de Ven is falling in my estimations this season. Last season he wasn't great either, but this season it's just become a joke. Some of his performances have been damn right disgraceful. Romero exactly the same as well. And I was but I think Romero's a lot better than he's shown. I think if he was to move to an Atletico Madrid or he was to move to a different team, I think he'd show he's capable of putting up levels higher than he's putting up, but he's obviously got self-inflicting traits to his game where he's gonna do something dumb, he's gonna get sent off, he's gonna lash out, he's gonna be rash. So all of these things really should have been ironed out of his game already. He's reaching that age. I think he's like 26. Is he 26? He's reaching that age, and I remember it with Rudiger. Rudiger started to iron out his nonsense as well and started to hone it in and refine himself. This is where Romero has to do that. His next move, Romero's one of those centre-backs where you can't get a world-class one, and there's not many. Romero is that kind of calculated risk. If you get him, he could take that jump and be one of the top defenders if he irons out all the crap. But it's whether or not you want to take that risk. Obviously, he's got injuries on him as well, so you got to get rid of that. He's one of those defenders, I think, that is sitting below that line of, are you going to take that next step or are you not? So it's a gamble. But if it's not an expensive purchase and you need a centre-back, it's one of those ones you might have to look at. He's definitely leaving, though, in the summer. But he's not a kid. He's not a kid. And that's why it's like now or never for him, I think. And I think if he's going to move this summer, so if the next move is either going to... It's either going to be, the big move and he's going to show what he's capable of, or he's not. And he's just going to just plateau and just become what he is. So he's at that crossroads now, Romero, I think, in his career, where he could actually be... He's 27, so yeah. And he's turning 28. Funnily enough, he had a period where he wasn't getting red cards for like a year, 14 months, 16 months. And then he just started moving stupid again this season. So he was actually having because he was on that stretch. That's why I was actually like recommending him as an option. But then he just started being dumb again this season. So what can you do? 6 minutes to kick off. Quotes. Was there quotes that I need to be reading? Peter Schmeichel says, my information, I'm told Rossini has directly told Jorgensen he is now the #1 goalkeeper. Wow. I mean, let's take this back to Strasbourg days. Penders playing on the halfway line, build up and short passing, a big part of his philosophy, his game. If that doesn't suit Sanchez, which it clearly doesn't because he's made mistakes, and when he does make mistakes, it is his decision-making with the short pass, the passes on the ground. Sometimes he gets them right, sometimes he gets them wrong. The manager clearly, if those quotes are true, that is clearly something that he is going to make a priority. My problem with that is I have not seen enough from Jorgensen to even contemplate him being our first choice goalkeeper next year. Especially not for the ambitions that I have and that surely you have as a fan, which is challenging for the league. For the second time in a row, we're going to be asking for these expectations to be met. If you're starting the season with Jorgensen in goal, you are basically starting all over again and saying, I'm going to need you to shock us and I'm going to need you to play levels and levels and levels higher than we've seen so far. And some people say we haven't given him a fair chance. And then Man Cities will buy Donnarumma and just bring in immediate impacts because they don't have time for this find out, fuck about, find out graph nonsense that we keep doing. Because as much as you have to be prepared for it to go right, you have to be prepared for it to go wrong. And the goalkeeper position is, I've said it before, the goalkeeping position is not a position I have any patience for, and I don't really like to play about, because if it goes wrong, it's costing you so many points, and it's messing up your whole back line, and there's no confidence, and then it's just capitulations, and it's a madness. So I'm not a fan of it. But if that is true, then Sanchez's time at this football club is pretty much on a ticking time bomb, because I don't see how he mentally goes back into second choice goalkeeper mode, considering the form that he's been in and how he's played. So I think he'll be then looking at a move in the summer, because the manager will certainly be here next year. And then Penders, people talk about Penders coming in. Is Penders ready to come in at Chelsea and start? For anyone that's been watching Strasbourg on a weekly basis in the chat, let me know your honest opinion on that. Is Penders ready to come in here and start? He's obviously worked with the manager before, same way he's worked with Santos. Santos has been brilliant since the manager's come in. However, on a night like tonight and some games prior, Santos might get taken out because he's not the finished article yet. As much as he's very good, and you know how much I love Santos, Santos is not done developing. He's not the finished article. Some people say Lavia's better. They say, oh, Santos he's not as good. See, because people go up and down. People never go up and down with Reece James. People don't go up and down with players that are 30, that are done developing, that are just, and that's what I need. I need a goalkeeper where we're not having the back and forth discussions over how good they are. No one discusses how good Courtois is. No one discusses, because everybody knows. So don't discuss, don't debate. I need that in the goalkeeping position, because I want to win shit. I want to win major titles. And by the way, this football club, they need to start winning the majors. Like, that's that. You've had your windows, 4 transfer windows, and how many money spent and all these summers, and you know, bruh, you need to start moving, you know? So don't let next season be another top 5 fight again, making it the 3rd year in a row. So yeah, for me, I'd rather a ready-made guy in there who just goes in and just not only is a guaranteed, but he also uplifts the defenders in front of him, so that we're not just, you know, we're actually, it's a massive net positive, not just an equalizer. So yeah, I don't know, man. Pender's 20 years old. And I personally would have liked an Atletico Madrid loan that we saw Courtois have, something like that, where you really just see him at the highest level, and then there's no doubt, you know, if he puts in a season, Champions League, top 5 division, he's obviously in Strasbourg, but, you know, maybe fighting for a league title, he's, you know, just playing in a better team where the pressure's higher. I don't think there's a more pressure. I'd like a more pressurized environment than Strasbourg. I think Strasbourg is a nice environment. I don't think it's pressurized enough to go from Strasbourg and then like straight to Chelsea. And I'm like, yeah, no problem to be first choice week in, week out. This is not a rotational player. It's a first choice week in, week out. I don't think it's nailed on. So yeah, I would have liked maybe one more loan, but maybe we won't have any time for that. Right. But yeah, you guys can let me know in the chat anyway. Let me see what's going on there. We're going to be kicking off. So we're going to be kicking off. Time is going to be on screen. I think there's like a mixture of people saying, some people saying he is ready to come in and start, some people saying he's not. My version of ready to start is to come in and actually help us challenge for the title, because that's what we should be doing. I have to keep reminding people what we should be doing, because if I don't remind people what we should be doing, people get away with bollocks at this football club. Oh, Penders comes in. That means another season where we got to finish 5th or 4th because he's not ready and he's in his first campaign. And it just keeps going and going and going. It never ends. The excuses never end. And I'm just tired of it. So I'm just like to remind people what we should be fighting for before we say he's ready. All right, let's see. Timer needs to go up on screen. We're going to be kicking off in a second. I've turned off my camera by accident. He needs another year. I agree. I'd be amazed if he's ready to come in here and do what I need him to do. Absolutely amazed. I'd be in disbelief. It would be incredible if he was. All right, this might be in sync, it might not, but for the time being, I just want to have it up on screen. Actually, it is in sync. We'll have it. We'll take it. Right, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Ferrari looked good, but this is George's year. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't want to take too many assumptions from the first race. You know, I'm hoping that it's going to be close between Mercedes and Ferrari because obviously I want that Hamilton 8th title, bro. But yeah, what a start from Mercedes front, you know, front row and 1-2. Leclerc crazy off the start, but strategy again. Can I trust Ferrari's strategy all season? I don't think so. We'll see if they fix up. Here's Chelsea on the ball, playing in the white kit, Cole Palmer. Yeah, Garnacho's on the bench. Garnacho's on the bench. I think that's, again, Garnacho off the bench. He impacts off the bench very well in comparison to starts. I know he's had a good couple of games, but the general kind of, you know, normality is that he's better off the bench anyway. So I think it's better to have that option there and make sure the tracking back is done whilst the energy in Hakimi's in Hakimi's legs, the energy's there. Look at United sign Lemons, no more goalkeeper issues. I mean, yeah. But the standards were on the floor as well. We have to remember, Onana was absolutely awful. So they're not going for a title. You know, let's see if they go for it. Because remember when Ramsdale came in and Ramsdale was good for Arsenal when they finished second or third or whatever it was. I think it was second. I thought he had a good season, but then they needed to get Raya to level up to be title contenders, you know? So let's see how he does when Man United are actually fighting for shit that's important. And by the way, also, he needs to play Champions League, Premier League. He needs to play more than 40 games. He needs to play 60 games. So there's more tests to come for those Man United players before we start saying it's all written. Mendy started off brilliantly at Chelsea. Then we realised, you know, maybe he's not up to the task. So, yeah, there's a lot more hurdles to come before you can say that it's done and dusted in the goalkeeping department. But he's looking good at the moment. He's looking good. They finished 5th. Did they finish 5th under Ramsdale? I swear Ramsdale was there when they finished 2nd. Did they not have that big season where the first title charge? I swear he was in goal for the first title charge. The season where Jesus was moving mad. That's the season I'm referring to. Jesus, Martinelli, Saka. I think he was in goal. I'm sure he was in goal. Yeah. So that's the season. But then obviously, clearly, as the season went on and the pressure went up, you could kind of see he wasn't really that guy. So then you had to improve upon him, and you maybe his mentality, having to entertain the fans during the game, all this stupidness that he was saying in interviews with Ian Wright, you know, and you had to realize, okay, this guy's not the level. It's offside. I wonder who João Pedro is going to pick out of Marquinhos and Pacho to go up against. Or will it be both? Yeah, he cost you that game against Southampton. Yeah. He talked himself out of a job. That's a crazy quote, bro. Any keeper saying that, I'm sorry, the next day you need your P45. You can't be at my club talking like that. Oh, unlucky. Neto. Any fear that the goalkeeping situation could end up like Spurs yesterday? I don't think it will be like that. Jorgensen's played against Villa, so he's not going in completely cold. He's also just not as bad as Kinski at all. It's just for me about whether or not we are really strict and rigid on playing out from the back under any circumstances, which I cannot imagine we would be so foolish to, you know? Sometimes you just have to accept the press is really that good and you got to make a different decision that you don't want to make, which is to launch it. or to play a calculated long pass. Jorgensen plays it short, gives it away, cut back. That's the type of shit I don't have time for. Straight at, saved. So there's an example of what I'm talking about in the first 5 minutes. That's my example. That's my evidence that I'll take to the court if shit don't go right. Sometimes you do it, but you need to know when to not do it. And knowing when to not do it is just as important as knowing when to do it. You know, it's tough decisions you gotta make, man. You can see everything, but you have to play some of the most dangerous passes in the sport because there's nobody cleaning up after you. If you play the wrong pass, more time it's going to probably lead to a shot or a chance. So your decision-making skills need to be on point. But for me, it's up to the manager. So I'm not. If Jorgensen doesn't play brilliantly today, it's highly unlikely I'll be cussing him. It will be Liam Rossini that I'll be cussing because he's the one that decided to take that risk. So he has to take responsibility. You know, I didn't like the way Tudor didn't. I didn't like the way Tudor acted. You know, he chose to put Kinski in the cold, and then he doesn't even have the decency to acknowledge him as he's coming off the pitch. You've hooked someone who's 23 years old and 17 minutes into their Champions League debut. Your poor decision making as a coach, and you don't even acknowledge him. Poor. You know, shocking management. Got to be better than that. And then obviously Spence had to go up to him as well. It's just he's honestly just not emotionally intelligent enough to be in that position, that job, especially for a team with no confidence. But that's Tottenham's problem. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he's still there when we play them second to last game of the season at Stamford Bridge, so we can beat them. I want to see what this build-up... Ooh, that's interesting. I want to see what this build-up does, like how many times we get through the PSG press and then the rewards that we're trying to reap the benefits from after we get out of their press. So we can weigh up the pros and cons in the first 30 minutes of this game, whether all of this has been worth it. All of this stress when we're watching Chelsea play out from the back. There's going to be a lot of stress, so I need to see if it's worth the stress. But yeah, Tudor's a fucking disgrace. That's my analysis. He's an absolute disgrace, I'm sorry. Absolute disgrace. Man was playing Pedro Porro at the weekend as a right-side centre-back. Everybody in this chat, no UEFA coaching license, no experience as a manager, doesn't have the data, the analysis, the statistics, nothing. We all know Porro is not a right-side centre-back in a free. Because he cannot defend. Like, some of the stuff I've seen, it's mind-boggling that a manager could make those decisions. But that tells me you don't know your squad, you know? That tells me you didn't do your research, you didn't do your due diligence, you didn't study the team. And if you can't even be asked to study the team when you're getting paid that kind of money, wow. You know? That's why you just go and get someone who gives a shit, like a Tim Sherwood or a Harry Redknapp. Because at least then, you know, at bare minimum, they care. You know, at bare minimum, they care about your football club. They really want them to stay up, and they're going to put every single ounce of effort into keeping them in the division. When you got these Tudor brothers, interims, who don't give a shit about your club, they're just there for the little check. It's not good. Free kick for PSG. So let's see. PSG. Shit. Clipped in. Oh my God. It's being cleared. Big up 3K in the building, much appreciated. Cutting in, tackle. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Cleared. 9 minutes gone. Mad atmosphere in the Parc des Princes. You can tell, you can hear it. PSG fans going bonkers. Ball in. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Clear block. Oh my God! Oh my fucking God! Oh my fucking God, what a goal! People were deliberating between Cavaschillia and Barcola, and that is why I told you it doesn't fucking matter. Oh my God. That was tapped. Oh my God, what a goal. I said we're going to have to ride some waves and some storms, and we've fallen at the first hurdle, man. Too much time and space in the box. How can you have someone unmarked like that? Look at the time to chest. I mean, he's taken it incredibly quickly, don't get me wrong. He's chested it down onto his left foot. Is that João Neves with the header? Fucking hell, he's not even the tallest, and nobody's challenging him. Nobody gets to Barcola quick enough. This is what I'm talking about, quality. Quality. Like, the front three, interchangeable. Because it could have easily been Kvaratskhelia who would have done that, and you would not have batted an eyelid. You would not have been surprised. But Barcola is capable of doing shit like that. You know? I know he's not consistent in his finishing. He's missed loads of big chances, etc. But he's a baller. There's a player there. You know? And yeah, it's mad. French forwards. That's all I can say, man. French forwards. What a fucking finish. And this is the top level. It all happened so fast. Blink of an eye and you're seeing shit crash off the bar like that. It's mad. Goalkeeper can do nothing about it. That's Goalkeeper can do nothing about it. He literally, by the time the goalkeeper saw the shot, it's already in the goal. By the time the goalkeeper was like, I'm gonna need to do something. I'm gonna get to work. I'm about to have a save here. Nope. Sorry, mate. Go. Honestly, I don't know how hard he hit that ball, but my life flashed before my eyes when I seen that. It didn't even feel real. It all happened so fast. As soon as we knew we were in danger. What's that brother's name from The Simpsons? Ralph Wiggum. Ralph Wiggum. That was a Ralph Wiggum moment. As soon as the alarm bells went off in my head that we were in danger, it was already a goal. Already a goal. Mad. And that's the thing. We've seen Barcola miss chances. Absolutely. We've seen it. But, I mean, we saw it at the Emirates. We've seen it at the Emirates. We've seen it at the Emirates. But at the same time, boy. Sometimes you just got to say, what a goal. I mean, I'm not happy with the defending, but what a goal. It's been a long night. What a goal. Oh, don't shoot! Don't shoot! Fucking hell, man. Look, man, Palmer's right there. He's right there. Fucking hell. You don't score long shots. I need people to do what they can do and don't do what you can't do. When was the last time you scored a long shot, brother? Your goals have been in the box. Box crashing, headers, shots, cutbacks. Keep that up. But please, these 25-yarders, 30-yarders, leave them alone. Leave them to Caicedo. Leave them to Reece James. Leave them to João Pedro. Leave them to brothers who hit the ball with venom in their hearts. You are not that guy. I need you to know who you are. today. Everybody needs to know who they are. Fucking hell. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. What in the world? What have these men eaten for breakfast to be shooting with this level of power? The power that they're generating off of their foot is alien-like. Is this ball light? Is it lighter than usual? Because the way that these men are striking the ball, oh my God. That Dembele strike was crazy. The post never sounded so good, honestly. Fucking hell, are they angry or something? What did we do to offend them? It must be the Club World Cup. They must be fuming. Why are they so angry, fam? They're shooting with anger, you know. Fucking hell. We need to stay in the game, guys. We can't concede another goal. We cannot concede another goal. I'm not happy with what's going on down Gusto's side. I'm not happy with that. I need that side. I think Jorgensen got a touch, yeah? Big save. Big save from Jorgensen. We can't be conceding again, so... You're 1-0 down. You know, it's not good, but it's not a disaster. We were 2-0 down and against Napoli. Obviously, Napoli are not PSG, but, you know, 1-0 down. You've had your fun now. You've had your moment. If you're Chelsea, in terms of messing about. But Neto. Oh, fucking beautiful. Neto. 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 Neto! Oh! Oh my God! What a chance! Oh my days. This is what you need from Neto, is this ball in behind and this absolute raw pace. And because he's on his left foot, and this is why I think there's an advantage, and I don't really buy into this, he needs to be on the right side, he can only play on the right. When he's on his left side and the game is to his right, on his favoured foot, the pitch is open. It allows for those cutbacks. It allows for those crosses. First time. No chopping. No chopping. Because when Neto starts chopping, the chances can be disappearing. And the next thing you know, everybody's got back and there's no space anymore. When he's on that left foot and he's running direct, he's got nothing else to do but just put that ball into the box. First time. Second time. You know? As soon as you can. It's for me, that's what it needs to be for him. He could have took the shot, but I'm not mad that he didn't take the shot because I don't think the angle was great. If he puts that ball in just a smidge more to the left or to the right, it may ricochet off an ankle and it could have been an own goal, or it could have got to Palmer or João Pedro. And how many times have we said, people have criticised Neto for being selfish, not playing the certain pass or whatnot. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite now and start saying, oh, why didn't you shoot? Very unlucky. Very, very unlucky. Very unlucky. But that is exactly what I want to see for Neto on that side. Just literally that pass in behind. Because no one's catching him. No one's catching him. Maybe, Hakimi's quite quick as well, to be fair. But, yeah, when Neto goes on his bike, it's long. Fucking hell, some of these passes we're playing are crazy. Are we deep in that pass? Are we deep in that pass? Do you know how mad it is that you're playing that pass? Do you know how precise that pass was just now? We're talking inches. You get that wrong, inches left or right, we're getting countered. It's long for us in terms of we're defending and we're open and this is the thing. We're taking a gamble today, man, because a lot of these passes I'm seeing getting played, if they are not perfect, we are going to look very open very quickly, guys, because there's just space everywhere. So, and the pitch feels big. So these passes that we're playing, they better be on point, because if they're not, we're fucked. And we've seen that. João Pedro. Please, 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 please. Oh, fuck, man. Blocked. It feels like a shootout today. It feels like it's going to be a shootout, man. 1-0 to Real Madrid. Valverde scored. 1-0 to Real Madrid. It feels like it's going to be a shootout. It's end to end. But, yeah, 1-0 to Real Madrid. Valverde, I'm sure it was a great goal because he always scores great goals. So, Reece James and Lewis Hall replacing... You're a joke, man. These men are I don't know what it is with Man United fans. They want Palmer, then they want Reece James, then they want Andre Santos. I don't know who you think you're talking to. And I mean that in the most respectful way. I really don't know who you lot think you're talking to. When have you come to our club and taken players that we weren't trying to get rid of? The only players we give you is Mason Mounts, Nemanja Matic when he's over the hill, Juan Mata, because the manager didn't want the 2-time player of the year and wanted to preference Oscar. So he wanted him sold. We do not sell you players we want to keep. And in case you haven't noticed, our players are on 10-year contracts. So I really don't know who you're talking to. But you really need to stop, because you're going to look silly. You're really going to look silly. I'm just going off the reports. That's why I said Santos. But yeah, you're looking silly right now. You need to be serious. You need to really, really get serious with your life. Come up in here, think you're taking chains and whatnot. I don't know who you think is in charge of your club. You haven't even sorted your manager out yet. You think Sir Alex Ferguson's still in charge or something? I wish we took Rooney off them back in the day. That would have humbled them, man. Rooney was handling transfer requests. I wish we'd taken him. If we'd taken Rooney and Gerrard, the landscape of English football would have never been the same. I'm telling you. And even Salah, if we'd kept him, that's Liverpool's one of their biggest legends right there. Ross Clark. It's peak. Why are you telling me to change the score? We're losing. It's 1-0. I've got it on the screen. You do what you want when you're the biggest club in the country. That's nice. Oh. You know, you couldn't even take Bellingham out of Birmingham, and you're talking about doing whatever you want. I'm never going to forget that, you know. You, man, invited Jude Bellingham to Carrington, and he went to Dortmund. So don't come with this, we'll do whatever we want, palaver. Header straight at the keeper from João Pedro. Not an easy header. Very unlikely you're going to score. I'll be honest, it's too much power you got to generate. Too far away as well. Keeper he ain't that short. If anybody try to say we should have started the lap, you're tapped. So don't even bother. Don't even bother say such silliness. 23 minutes. James on a free food chain. Talk soon. You're a joke, man. You're a silly boy. You're a silly, silly guy. Go and get Livramento. He's at Newcastle, isn't he? They're not going to be playing Champions League football next season. There's your right back. Very simple. If I was Man United, I'd be going to sign Lewis Hall and Livramento, and I'd be dashing the bag. The only issue is the injuries. That's the only caveat. So you got to trust your medical team. But apart from that, those are the two I'd just go and get them. Oh my God. We really need to keep this at 1. The English teams are struggling. We had Liverpool lose to Galatasaray. We had Tottenham get absolutely battered at Atletico. We have Arsenal dropping points to Leverkusen, which is the easiest tie out of all of the clubs that are playing so far. So let's just make that clear. And that was only by a last-minute penalty. We got Man City losing, and we got Chelsea losing. So the English teams Far. And Newcastle obviously played Barcelona, and they dropped points as well. Well, not dropped points, but they drew. Woo! Look at Barcola go! Oh my days. Look at Barcola go. I'm telling you, I'll take this guy at Chelsea on the left wing. Are you mad? Are you mad? Guys, we do not have luxury at the wing position to be saying no to a man them like this. I remember saying I would take him, and man them were like, nah, not really feeling it. I'm not really feeling it. Bruv, you don't get the option to feel. You man are talking about I'm not feeling it. Have you seen who plays out wide for us about I'm not feeling it? You better put your feelings in the bin. Talking about I'm not feeling it. Get what you're given. Cross. Too high. Ah. I'll take him, and I'll trust that he'll scale up with the GA, just because. Did anybody know that Elise was going to be putting up the numbers at Bayern Munich that he's putting up when he was at Crystal Palace? Not really, but sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. Come on, we need this. We need to... Here's João Pedro. Oh, that touch needed to be better, João. That touch needed to be better. Oh. Go on. Nice. Well done. Lovely. I still got hope for us, you know. I know it's not been a great... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Palmer. Oh, my... Palmer! You got to lay that off to João, man. Fuck's sake. It's taking too long. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Valverde again. 2-0. Woo! What's going on in Manchester? Do you know what? That's a good thing. Go on. Go on, please, 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 please. Yeah! Come on! Malo Gusto! 1-1! PSG 1, Chelsea 1 at the Parc des Princes, bitch! Come on! That's what I'm talking about! That's what I'm talking about! Take my glasses off. Salute to you, Malo Gusto! Might even just have a little teardrop out my eye. Salute to this motherfucker. Because I questioned him. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to see him. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I wasn't sure. I really, really wasn't sure, man. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. It's 1-1. Oh, it's 1-1. Oh, thank the Lord, we've equalised. Again, like I was literally just saying, I haven't given up on us. I know it's not a great start, but listen, guys, it's the Champions League. You have to have a stomach for it, guys. You can't think it's not gonna go your way the whole way. It's just not. You gotta just take the rough with the smooth. You gotta have the stomach for it, man. You gotta have the stomach for it. The goalkeeper, by the way, oh my goodness. I don't know who that guy is. It's not Chandelier, but it's not good. That is crazy goalkeeping. That is crazy goalkeeping. Crazy goalkeeping. It's not Chandelier, but it's gonna do the job, bruv. It's gonna do the job. Come on! That's why I love the Champions League. It's a thrill. My heart is pumping. Come on, Chelsea. Let's make this country proud on the European stage, as we always do. You know what I'm saying? PSG away from home. We've got Man City losing to Real Madrid 2-0. This country needs us. This country needs us more than ever before. This country needs us. Once again, the responsibility lies with us. You know what I'm saying? God damn. Come on, guys. Pressure makes diamonds. Come on. The thing is, we're not The thing is, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're not awful, but we're open. We're open. So, and because of the strategy that we've decided to take, it's very risky. And I don't like risk in Champions League away games. I like security. That's my Chelsea heritage kicking in, but I didn't grow up on Chelsea going away from home in the Champions League to some of the biggest and best teams and trying to play them off the park, trying to play them at their own game. But I guess with the players that we have to do that to a degree. I'm not asking us to be defensive because we don't have the centre-backs to be defensive anyway. But like I said, a bit of variety in our goalkeeping distribution would not go amiss. It would not go amiss. Oh, we have to be careful on the cards as well. Enzo Fernandez, I think, is just... Oh, my God. You see, this is what... You see that build-up I just saw? You see that there? I didn't like that. You see that there? I did not like that. And I've got no shame in letting everybody know. I don't care if it worked. I don't care if it worked. I don't like to see it. You see that? That Reece James little Jorgensen situation there? Not for me. Not for me. By the way, Grizz is wrong about everything. Bro, Grizz has been wrong about every single thing that he said in the preview for this Champions League. How much more is Grizz going to be wrong? It's actually hilarious. He said, Arsenal are going to smash up Leverkusen. He said, Atalanta's going to be a tough game for Bayern. He said, Real Madrid are getting smoked. Like, everything. What was the other thing he said as well? Bro, every single thing he said. It's actually becoming funny. I need him to carry on. Honestly, I need him to carry on. It's so funny, bro. This Champions League, this one here is so funny, bro. And he said Liverpool are gonna smoke Galatasaray. That's the other one. He said Liverpool are gonna smoke them. Home and away, they're getting smoked. They lost. Oh, I'm cooking the crap out of him on Thursday, regardless of this result, just because of his predictions. So funny, man. So funny. It's actually so funny. I did a tweet yesterday on the Big Six account. I'm going to have to do another one tonight if things keep going like this. Oh, dear. 32 minutes gone. Barcola. Just please shift him onto his left foot. Go on. Oh, that pass is weak. Weak. Pass is weak. We haven't seen much from Doué in the first 32 minutes. Cucurella over there, pretty quiet. It's mainly been down the left. The traffic is on Gusto's side with Barcola. They say Ramadan Grizz is not it. Fairs. Ball it. Oh. Gotta give Unk some slack on the fasting. You gotta give him some slack. It's been for the neutral, this is a great game. But, boy, the build-up is scaring. Oh, of course, João Pedro. Bro, João Pedro always shows his worth. Absolutely, bro. Because the link-up play that he offers, the hold-up play, just the intelligence, the IQ, it's just there. It's all there. One thing I'll say, like I said when he came in, he is a very good footballer. Like, if nothing else, you couldn't guarantee the goals. I know some people had foresight and, credit to them. And by the way, it's still not done because, he still needs to do this season after season. And we don't want to count our chickens before they roost. Jackson scored similar goals first season and never to be seen again. However, I got a lot of confidence because of his shooting mechanics and his ability and his technique and whatnot. But forget all the goals, just as a footballer, he is very good. He just makes good decisions, good retention, good link up, good passing, just really good football. He's not someone that you're going to be frustrated watching, that's for sure. Not going to be frustrated watching him. It's just about output. 34 minutes. I'll happily go to half time with this scoreline. I'll be honest. If I could go in at half time 1-1, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. I think I said 2-2 on all you can eat Chelsea. I think I said like 2-1 win on DR, so I don't really know what like I said, I keep going between a draw and a win, but I'll happily take a draw. I'll happily take a draw. A draw would be a really good result. There's no away goals, obviously, which is a shame, but I'll definitely take a draw. Jorgensen. He went long! Oh, I'm going to shed a tear. Ah, damn. Fucking hell, why'd you run past the ball? Good. Palmer. Giles there. Nice. Sticks to him like glue. That's my boy right there. Go on. Ah, you fucked up. Iceman, we get it. You're a troll. We get it. Bodo Glimper 1-0 up. Winners of that game will play Arsenal or Leverkusen. Keep it. Clear. Well done. The passing in the first phase scares the life out of me. I don't know why. I'm not confident with it. Like, the centre-backs are just not... They're not good enough on the ball for me to be confident with the build-up. If it was like... I don't know who it'd have to be for me to be confident, to be honest. It'd have to be some A-listers. I can't believe Real Madrid are 2-0 up. That's why you don't discount Real Madrid. I know everybody's been saying they're poor, but this is why every season in the Champions League, I just give them their grace because they're Real Madrid. Woo! Keeper's come out. He's kept it in play as well. Come on. Come on, guys. Neto. João Pedro. Good play. Unlucky. Ugh. Got great games on tonight, man. Real Madrid, Man City in this game as well. I just can't be asked watching. I'm not watching two games at once. When Chelsea are playing, I really don't give a damn. I just don't give a damn. I'll watch the highlights, but I can't be watching two games at once when we're playing. It's never going to happen. Oh, you got to get on the right side. And you did. Brilliant from Gusto. I was a bit worried that he'd let him into the box, but he done well. Neto looks tired. I don't know. I'm gonna just leave it. I don't know, man. I don't know. He didn't play at the weekend. Sorry, who did we play? Wrexham. Oh, he did play. Sorry, he played at the weekend. But he was suspended. Was he not suspended? He's suspended recently enough. He was suspended for the Villa game, so he shouldn't be tired because he played Wrexham and he was suspended for Villa. So he's not played. He's not played back-to-back games, so I don't know why he'd be tired. More tired than anyone else. Yeah, he'll be fine, man. I'd say just leave it for now. I'm not bringing on Garnacho at half time. I'll leave that till later. Here's Gusto. 38 minutes gone. Go on. Nice, Palmer. I need Palmer to do more, man. Still not seeing peak Palmer today. I need much more from Palmer in this game. Gusto. Reese. Palmer! Oh, my God! What a chance, man! Oh, fuck. Get across. Fuck! Fucking hell, man! Oh, this guy, he's good, man. Both-footed. When I remembered he was both-footed, I said, fuck. What are you gonna do? Oh, we could have been ahead. That is football. That is football. You could have gone ahead and now you're behind. What a brutal sport. What a brutal sport. I was praying he'd pass it, you know, because Hakimi's on his left foot. I was praying he passed it. As soon as I seen him start chopping back and forth, I said, fucking hell, bruv. Oh. Fuck, man. The guy's good, man. Oh, it wasn't even a bad effort from Palmer. But that's fine margins. If I've ever seen fine margins, man. That is fine margins. Imagine. Even if Palmer just strikes it differently, it's out for a corner. But boy, this is fine margins. This is why you need special shit to happen. Oh, he sent Fofana packing, bro. But do you know what? If I'm being so honest, when you're defending against a dual-footed player, it's not easy. It's not easy. Because when we're talking about defending 1v1, we're usually talking about jockeying and showing them onto their weaker foot. That's the first thing you're going to do. Remember, Fofana is French. So they're both French. So Fofana knows. He knows what he's on. It's very difficult. When you're going up 1v1 and someone is both-footed, it's like, Ross. Like, what are you meant to do? Remember, Dembele is very good at, you know, he's a winger by trade. So he's not a true striker. It's not like you're dribbling up against Gyökeres or one of these stiff truck drivers. You're dribbling up against, you're 1v1 up against Dembele. And he's two-footed. So you can't show him on either foot. So you're fucked. Do you know what I mean? The only way you can stop him is by literally stopping him. You have to get your foot on the ball, but it's easier said than done. Very difficult, I'll be honest. Not easy, man. Not easy. And remember, we were isolated as well, 2v2. Hakimi's super quick. Super quick, so that's 2v2. I'm not gonna. We could blame our defenders for every goal we score or we concede. In that instance, when we had that many bodies forward and it's 2v2, I can't really get angry. I can't really get angry. It's just football. We could have been 2-1 up. Now we're 2-1 down. You're going up against a dual-footed player. It's tough, man. It's really, really tough. Valverde is 3-0. Aye, you lot are pushing me, man. You're pushing my buttons. Because I'm tempted to just go and look what's going on. How can they be 3-0 down? How can they be? This is what I'm saying. How can they be 3-0 down? They're out. Are they not? 3-0. Fucking hell, man. Steve, I don't want to hear no yappa, Shanice. Shut it, Shanice. This brother's going to talk press conference style, giving up journalistic analysis, talking about the boys gave it their all. Back the team, I'm just a supporter hype. I want to hear some analysis. How are you losing 3-0? Toby and Steve getting battered from pillar to post in Madrid, back-to-back days. How can this brother have a hat-trick? Nah, he's got a 9.9 rating on SofaScore. I don't even look at ratings like that, but he's nearly out of 10. Oh, my days. I'm going to look for the highlights at halftime. We just, again, you got to take the rough with the smooth. It's a wonder strike from Barcola in the box. You can't give a player time and space in the Champions League at the highest level. He's battered it off the bar. And then you've got Dembele on a transition when we could have gone 2-1 up. We just need to stay in the game, keep going. I predicted 2-2. Let's keep going, man. We can definitely still get a draw. Just don't fuck about in this build-up, man. Get this ball clear. Get to half-time, 2-1 down. We take it, we move to the next half. We can still get back into this. Mark Gurley got sent to the shops. Bro, anybody can get sent to the shops, bro. Mark Gurley's been good for Man City in the league. But this is the Champions League. Anybody can get sent to the shops today, man. This is it. It's Champions League, bro. Anything can happen. Mark Gurley getting sent to the shops. Nah, Bodo Glimt 2-0 up, bro. This is the champs. I love the champs, I'll be honest. It's the best competition in the world. I don't care what anybody says. I fucking love the Champions League, bro. It's always drama. Can we just clear this ball? You lot are moving mad. You're so obsessed with this playing out from the back. Where is it getting you? I'm sorry, this press is too good. You're not getting out of it right now. You need to have a plan B. The press is too good. I told you, man, at the start of this game, you need to have variety in your game. You're not getting out of this press every time. You're not. I applaud you for trying, but sometimes you just need to accept the reality. You're not getting out of this press. There we go. Look at that. Look, we've gone long. Look, now 3v3. Look, now see, look. Neto, choppy. Ah. That's why you got to have variety. That's why sometimes you got to go long. Oh, man. Neto in Enzo in transition is sometimes very sad, I'll be honest. Neto in like 50-50 scenarios, physical transitional scenarios, is a very sad sight sometimes, I'll be honest. That's what makes me sad. Because he's such a good footballer. But that transitional 50-50 physicality, that dribbling and ball carrying is very sad. It's very sad. It's very, very sad. Very sad. Half-time. I'm not mad, you know. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. We're in the game. I'm not saying we're gonna come back and win because I'm not greedy like that. I'd take a draw, but we're in the game. We just need to, like I said, we need to accept that PSG's press, and you can see it in the front line. You can see it with the image of Dembele grunting and growling in that meme. You can see it with Enrique telling Mbappe all those years ago that you need to work off the ball. They are going to press, and they're going to press us to oblivion. So you need to accept, and we did it in the Club World Cup, you have to bypass that press. And the best way to bypass that press is to go long and to look for runners and to get flick-ons and to open them up that way. Sometimes you'll get through the press, but a lot of the time you won't. And when you don't, you're going to get caught. And if you get caught, bad things are going to happen. So we need to be mature about this. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Saeed said, you two bums in Madrid getting battered. Big Steve has responded with an insane message that I'm not going to read out. Saeed has rattled Steve to a level. No, I'm ringing Saeed. I'm sorry. I have to ring him. He has rattled him so badly in this group chat. Oh my God. I'm going to put the bench up. You have rattled Steve so badly. Oh my God. I've never experienced such language in all my years of group chatting. In all my years of group chatting, I've never experienced something, bro.
He's rattled, man.
He's so rattled, bro. God help him on the show tomorrow. He's finished. He's absolutely finished.
Oh my God.
3-0. Sorry, so I just because I need to do analysis. I need to talk to the chat, but I just want to ask you for some analysis on the Real Madrid because I'm not watching the game. Are they getting battered? Like, is it what's going on?
So Man City were dominating for the first, I'd say, 15 or so minutes, yeah. But after that, yeah, it's been the Valverde show, man.
Yeah.
Valverde has absolutely cooked his lot. All over the top, the first goal. The second goal was even better. Third goal, I mean, Gay is in Southeast London right now.
Yeah.
His soul got taken away, bro.
Oh, boy.
His soul got taken away.
It can happen.
What do you do? These don't think, but if you miss your chances,
nah.
Bro, you got to stay in the game. At least you lot are still in the game.
We're in the game. Listen, I'm not angry. I knew this was going to be difficult. I'm not angry. We need to get a result. I don't want to lose, but it's not
end of the world.
It's not the end of the world. No, it's not the end of the world.
Bro, but these lot, I swear down, bro. Bro, Grizz Khan needs to come to the front.
Oh, Grizz Khan is finished. He's finished.
He will not answer for his... But you know what we'll do? On Thursday, he will answer for his...
He will answer for every crime. Every single thing he said is turned out to be wrong. How is that possible? How can you get every single prediction wrong? How? Everything. He said Leverkusen are getting smoked. He said Galatasaray are getting smoked. He said Real Madrid are getting smoked. He said every single brother that hasn't been smoked is getting smoked.
Oh my days.
What else did he say? There was another one as well.
Bro, he said everything that he says, yeah. That's why from now on it's called community notes, man. Not community card, community notes, because this brother here chats a lot of waffle, man.
Oh,
He's
man.
scammed the whole nation.
Oh, yeah. Atalanta. He said Atalanta are not getting smoked.
Oh my God.
Remember? Atalanta in Italy is going to be tough. 6-1. Bro. Galatasaray are getting smoked. 1-0 to Galatasaray. Not a...
Nah, this is crazy, man. I'm not saying the tie is done yet, because the tie never done yet. But Mbappe, bro.
No, Saeed, for me, we have watched Man City all season long. If they are losing 3-0 at Real Madrid, for me, the tie is done. Because, like you said, I looked at that Real Madrid lineup. I said, there's no Bellingham. There's no Rodrigo. There's no Mbappe. They're missing players, bro. They're missing so many players.
Back as well, yes.
They're missing the left back. They're having to play... Don't tell me that brother's at centre-back. No, it's not Asensio, is he? No, Hoyson. Okay, Hoyson's there, Rudiger. It's not Asensio.
Yeah.
But they're missing players.
They're missing players.
Mbappe is the main man in the attack all season long. He's not even on the bench. He'll be back for the second leg, right?
Yeah. I reckon he'll be back.
Nah. But you know what? I'm happy because they need to get out of this comp anyway. They need to focus on the Prem.
Oh, but they win the Premier League, man.
I know.
Guys decide for Savio, Doku, Semenyo, and they say, yo, we're good. Oh my God, I can't believe it. He's... Oh my God.
What? The twist. Was it dark?
Oh my
I need
God.
to see this.
You should see, bro, just check the third goal. Gay his soul left.
Is it on Twitter?
Like, yo, welcome to the Champions League.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because you don't get to see this in the league, you get me? But in the Champions League, we gonna find out what you are.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying.
We gonna find out what you are.
I know what you're saying.
Are you mad?
Oh.
Are you mad?
I need to. Bruv.
But you're not out of it though.
No, we're not out of it. We're not out of it. But we cannot afford to lose by 2 goals. We can't. We need to stay in the tie.
Yeah.
So
that counter attack, yeah. Oh my God. Man.
oh, brother, I'm not even getting onto Fofana. A lot of people will, they'll say 1v1. What are you doing? When you're defending against a dual-footed player, it is peak.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And he's not even a strike. He's not like a dual-footed striker who turns like a truck and carries mad weight like Gyökeres.
No.
He's a winger turned striker. So he's flary, he's fluid, he's
deadly.
He's deadly. Tough to defend that. Tough.
The first goal, he can't do anything, by the way. That's a brilliant goal from Bacola.
I hear you. I just don't like the fact that João Neves, with his size, is at the back post there, unmarked, to head it back to him. Because really, we should win that header. If we win that first header, it doesn't go back to Barcola in the first place. But because we didn't win that first... bro, the amount of... Bro, that goal, literally, life flashed before my eyes. Life flashed before... Bro, he didn't even let the ball drop. He chested it onto his left foot, and his left foot hit into the top corner. It never dropped. It never bounced.
It never bounced.
It never touched the grass.
That's what I'm saying. It never bounced, and that's what helped him bang.
This is Champions League, bro. You don't even have... This is like Formula 1 milliseconds you have to make a decision.
Bro.
Man said the ball didn't bounce. The ball never touched the ground. I fuck are you meant to defend?
Bro, and that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Anything can happen at any moment, bro.
Oh, bro.
Your one has got a bit fortuitously. I mean, the goalkeeper had a howler there.
But
that's their weak point, apparently. That's their weak point, Savanov.
But this is why I love the Champions League. This is why I want us to go through. This is why I'd be so gutted if we go out, because I just want to see more matches.
Of course.
I just want to watch more matches, man. Every time you pull up to a Champions League game, it's always fun. It's always mad.
Bro, this is... I'm just, yeah, man. I can't lie. This is crazy, man.
Oh, they're saying it bounced. Sorry, it bounced. I'm blind. I'm legally... Anytime I say something wrong, I'm just saying I'm legally blind.
Yeah, that's it, man.
I'm legally blind.
That's calm, man.
I can say what I want. I'm legally blind. Can't see.
Oh, my God.
I can't see.
And I don't care. Steve can get away with it now. You're getting cooked, bro, on Thursday, bro.
Who?
Oh,
Steve. Steve is getting cooked.
Yeah.
Are you mad? Steve is... I'm sorry. I don't want to hear no PRE press conference-y.
Nah.
I don't want to hear it. You know how he does them little TikToks where you say, oh, guys, it's just a bad day at the office. It's a bad day at the office. Nah, mate.
Jude Bellingham, without their key men. You had your full 11. You got bench for days. Yeah.
It's dark.
You got Gahey in. Why go for Gahey, bro?
It's dark.
Oh, Donnarumma, where is he?
It's dark.
Experienced Donnarumma coming out like that. I'm not claiming it.
Listen, it's mad. I'm gonna do some analysis, but yeah, man, pray for me, bruv, because I'm the only one. Got any hope tonight. The way things are going.
Yeah, man. Big up to you, bro, Matisse.
Bro, no English team might not win this week.
Aye, Premier League high. Premier League high.
Oh, I'll chat to you in a bit.
Yeah, love, bro, love.
The Premier League might not get a win this game week. Or not game week, this match day. No Premier League wins on the board. L after L after L after L after D. One team took D and the other team just taking L's. And that team that took a D only got that D in the last minute. That was a last minute one. What did the girls say? What did the girls be saying? An appointment? They got a D appointment. That's what that was. That was an appointment. That Arsenal equalizer was an appointment. Because really, let's be honest, was that within the rules? Was that within the regulations? Because it's not a penalty according to the chat. That's an appointment. That wasn't deserved. You didn't earn it. You didn't text. You didn't message. You didn't set it up. You just booked an appointment with the referees. You said, what time? 5 minutes before full time? I'll be there. There's no emotion in it. There's no emotion. No longevity. It's an appointment. So, yeah, it's been a mad day. It's been a mad day, man. It's been a mad day. Pep got it wrong. Haaland is in a losing battle with Rudiger. Bro, how many times have we said this? Rudiger loves a battle. He loves that battle. Gabriel obviously has had that battle as well. Van Dijk has had that battle. Rudiger loves that touch-tight physicality battling. He doesn't want the floaters and the drifters and the... He wants that battle, and he's getting it. And yeah, I'm not surprised. Rudiger loves it. I'm not surprised. I'm sure that's usually how that duel goes between them two. And it's usually Phil Foden that's been stepping up against Real Madrid, or it's been a supporting cast. I'm sure I've seen Phil Foden. I'm sure I've seen Bernardo Silva. I'm sure I've seen other supporting cast behind Haaland getting the joy, because Haaland is fixated on Rudiger and Rudiger's fixated on Haaland, because these two play each other every single year. So it's a madness. I didn't post on Big Six, so if someone posted, that ain't me. But yeah, listen, substitutions, if you want to make them, please let me know in the substitutions in the comments. Personally, for me, I'm not making any changes as of yet. I think it's a bit too early to be making changes. However, we need to tweak our approach, which is we need to go long. And I've said this before game. We need to be going long because we're not taking advantage of the Neto Marquinhos mismatch. You would like to think from a pace standpoint that we've got that completely on lock. Like in a straight race, 1v1, we should be winning that race. So we need to be making more out of that. I need to see way more from Cole Palmer. I know he had that shot, but I need to see way more from Cole Palmer. Like, I can't really ask for a systematic change. He's playing off the right. This is the zone and areas he's occupied under Pochettino. This is why I don't want to put it all the way down to systematic, and I don't want to keep going back to the old manager. But it's also not down to just system. It's also down to you got to do what you do. You got to do what you're a multifaceted, multifunctioning footballer. I don't like to make excuses to say, oh, he can only play here, he can only play there. This is a complete player when he's at his best. He can pass. He can do close quarters in terms of 1v1, nutmeg a man, get past a man. It's not his main bag because he's not a dribbler, but he can do it. He can shoot. He can cross. He can play make. So I need to see more of that. I know you can keep the ball, but I need to see more decisive, definitive passing. I need to see Enzo Fernandez in transition, in a basketball hoop. For me, hoop v hoop, it's not going the way you'd want it. He doesn't have the lung capacity to do what we are asking of him in transition, in Mortal Kombat, in 50-50. He can't carry the ball. Like, that kind of stuff is not for him. So I'm a bit concerned there if it's going to keep being a basketball game, if he's really going to thrive under those circumstances. Maybe that's Santos, but again, Santos, I don't really want to see him that high up the pitch at the moment. He's not really been bringing goals to Chelsea. He's not been bringing that. He's been playing deeper, and I've liked him playing deeper. So we didn't replace Buonanotte in the January window with an attacking midfielder. So we kind of messed up there because we don't really have any options. And obviously Esteval's injured. Esteval would be an option to come in a 10 and carry the ball and be free and cause problems, but we didn't. He's injured, so we don't have many options in the 10. We don't have many options in the 10, so I'm not really happy with that situation, but there's nothing you can do. Second half's going to kick off soon. Would you guys take a 2-1 loss? Just give me a straight yes or no in the chat. Would you take a 2-1 loss? Personally, for me, I'm still thinking about getting a draw at least. So I actually wouldn't take it. But you could also go 3-1 down and then Kalas. So it's interesting. Like, if you could blow the full-time whistle now, would you blow the full-time whistle? Let me know in the chat. Time is going to come up on screen in a moment. Chelsea 2-1 down at Parc des Princes, but by all means, it's not over. I thought he was going to say on the whistle of Alejandro Garnacho. I thought, is Garnacho the referee? If Garnacho's the referee, I need to start seeing some decisions. Right, second half's kicked off. A lot of people are saying no. Some people are saying yes. I'm not mad at this result. If it stays like this and it's a quiet second half and we just don't, neither team really does much after, I'm certainly not going to come out of here raging and angry. A 2-1 loss in Paris is perfectly normal. Like, it's not nice. You don't want it. You don't aim for it. But let's not sit here and pretend like peak Chelsea never lost away from home in the Champions League first leg. Bigger, better, higher quality managers and players have lost 2-1 away from home to, again, another Champions League contender. That's just fine margins. But for me, it's like, just don't concede that third. And you got to be in the game. At 2-1, you're in the game. At 3-1, it's a tall order. Now things are getting scary. So yeah, but I'm not taking a loss. I'll never take a loss until I feel like we kind of have no other option, which is we're not at that point. But I'm still thinking on a 2-2. I'm still thinking on a 2-2. I think if it was because it's not the best version of PSG, it's not like we're playing like prime Barca or anything. It's not the best version of PSG. So I think we can definitely get at them and we can still get a result. If it was the best version of PSG and we were getting bopped, and we were just like lucky to be in the game, then I probably would just take the 2-1 and just pack it up before it gets worse. Jorgensen comes out. That's a lot of cool. He's very cool, calm and collected there.
Now, all jokes aside, man, then though, we're gonna discuss some frankly, but
Yeah, Tobes is just laughing his head off. At least he's enjoying the game because Toby's at the game and Steve's at the game, but they're obviously sitting in different ends. So I'm sure Tobes is enjoying himself. Yeah, I hope Man City get battered and Real Madrid go through. Absolutely. I ain't got no business seeing Man City progress any further. Certainly not equaling our Champions Leagues as well. Not that I'm too asked about it, but it's a nice little cherry on the cake if they don't. Here's Gusto. Jorgensen. Good decision. João Pedro flicks it on, nobody there. And this is the thing with Enzo. Because Enzo is a lot of the time closest to João Pedro when he's getting these flick-ons, he doesn't have the pace to run in behind. You've never seen Enzo Fernandez running in behind the last line, attacking the space and running off the flick-on or running off the hold-up or the header. That's a part of our game that we're very limited and restricted to. When you're playing with Enzo Fernandez behind you, you need to play to him, and you're the one making the runs. There is no double way. There's no back and forth in terms of you come short, he go long. It ain't gonna work. Here's Cole Palmer. Desperately need a third quality attacker on the pitch, says CJ. Yeah, like I said, we don't have enough quality in the attack. We should have more. We should have more. We're going up against a PSG team that, you know, they'll be very happy with their quality in their options, I think. With us, we're lopsided. But Palmer needs to play better as well, you know. He's one of the guys that we just pigeonhole into that attack, that you know, and rightly so. But he does need to be better now. Neto's on the right. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, I need something, man. I need more. I need more. I need more from Palmer in this second half. I need more. These are protein balls. I'm getting serious, chat. I'm getting so serious about the health is wealth thing. I'm gonna go into beast mode. One time in my YouTube career, I want to be ripped, and then I want to fight Tobes, win, and then I'm gonna live my life. With Neto, I mean, yeah, with Neto, you can, like I said, I'm happy for Garnacho to come off the bench. I think that impact is suited to him anyway. So, what a pass, Jorgensen. Fuck. Reece James. So, you know, maybe when we get to the 60-minute mark, if Neto isn't playing well enough, then we certainly just make that change. Nothing stopping us. I would put it like this. I would rather bring on Garnacho and start with Neto than have done it the other way around. Even if you didn't want to see Neto because you just don't trust him. I'd just rather do it the other way around. Tired legs, less maybe, you know, energy to get forward from the fullback. Certainly less than they would have had at the start. Less reason to have to track so aggressively, even though you still need to track completely. Just if it's better odds for us in terms of Garnacho coming on and giving more that way and not having to get punished going that way. It's also less time as well. 53 minutes gone. Would you guys look at a Santos coming on for Enzo Fernandez substitution alongside the Garnacho coming on for Neto? Because they're running us a bit ragged and I don't like it. I feel like that extra man in midfield with the legs might stop us from being so open, getting split. Some people are saying no. Is Lavia definitely on the bench? For me, it feels a bit too defensive with Lavia, but I don't know. Yeah, he's on the bench. Pen for Madrid, you're joking. Oh my God, they're capitulating. Oh my God, they're capitulating. Yeah, it is a pen. I've just seen it. Donnarumma on Vinicius. Handball. Handball. Free kick. $55 minutes. This could be 4-0 to Real Madrid. Vinicius Jr.'s over it. I don't know what his penalty record is. I'm sure usually Mbappe would take them. I don't know what they're... Actually, they were rotating it last season around, so I don't know what they're doing. Hopefully it's 4-0. $55 minutes gone. Jorgensen. Just... Fuck you. I knew... something about Vinny, bruv. He's... I would have, if that was Mbappe, I would have known 4-0. But Vinny, it's penalties. I don't know. I don't know the record, but I don't know. I don't trust him. I don't trust him, man. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. That was a chance to kill off the tie. Chalobah. Yeah, Chalobah. Go long. Oh, guys, come on. Second half's been so poor. Can't get a foothold in the second half. Can't get the ball. Neto. Go on. Cut back. Enzo. Yes! Yes! That's the kind of box crashing, not the long shots, not the 25, 30 yarders. The box crashing from Enzo Fernandez. Just as we were talking about, maybe, does he need to come off for more legs in midfield because we're getting run ragged? He's popped up with the equalizer. Come on! Smash and grab in the second half, man. We've not been anywhere near as good in the second half as we have been in the first, but this is what we're talking about, Neto. You got to use Neto's pace on this left-hand side. There was another chance that was created down this side as well. Didn't quite get through. Nearly ended up being an own goal. Every time you get this guy running, don't even give him the ball to feet. Run. Run like a dog. Woof, bitch. This is all I need. I don't need no footwork and skill and step over and back and forth. Run like a dog. Bark like speed. You know what I'm saying? You need to be barking down that. When he's running at Marquinhos, I want him to bark. I want him to bark when he's running. Yeah? I want you to woof. That's what I want you to do, Neto. Oh my God, the stress. What a game. I said 2-2 in my prediction, but now I'm starting to look beyond. But at the same time, I'm very happy. If this game ends now, I'll take it. Because if we can't do a job at Stamford Bridge under the lights with our own crowd in the second leg, then we can't have no complaints. We don't deserve it. You always got to be able to take it back home and do your business. But definitely had a feeling there was goals in this game, man. There was always goals in this game. Luis Enrique, front-footed, attacking. We are not good enough defensively to keep clean sheets. The goalkeeping situations all over the place. And then Liam Rossini, he looks like he was always going to go for it. If he's hell-bent on playing out from the back, that tells you already he wants to take it to them as well. So, what a game. Come on. See, imagine if we managed to get the third. Oh, I'm hearing the Chelsea fans. Fuck PSG! Fuck PSG! Fuck PSG! Fuck PSG! Fuck PSG! Ah. Yeah, when I've gone to the away Conference League games, them Eastern European teams, their chant is always, fuck you, Chelsea, da, 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 da. Fuck you, Chelsea, da, da, da. And I'm always like, do you know what? Shit kind of slaps, as much as you're telling us to fuck ourselves, I'm like, yo, I'm bopping my head. They'd be like, fuck you, Chelsea. Or sometimes they don't even go, da, da, da. They just go, fuck you, Chelsea. I'm sorry. So I'm like, yo, we need to retaliate more, man. We need to have our own fuck you chant. You know what I'm saying? Bro, the pitch is massive, bro. I'm not glazing the ops. I'm glazing like Al Mati or whatever their team is. You know what I'm saying? One of them Kazakhstanian teams or one of them Serbian teams or them man there. I'm not beefing with them. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not beefing with those guys. Have you seen their ultras? Red Star Belgrave. I'm not beefing. You could say fuck you, Chelsea, all you want. I'm not beefing nobody from Serbia. It's not happening. Ain't Arsenal fans in London chanting it, bruv. It's Serbians. 61 minutes gone. Come on, this could be a Napoli. This could be a Naples redo. Parma. Oh, bro, do you know how much it would mean to me for us to just fly the flag in Europe again for this country? Our domestic heritage is long. We can't catch up. But in Europe, it will bring tears to my eyes. Tears to my eyes. Every round is just like, you just have to just take it. Don't even think far, bro. You just got to take every round like it's your last. Because our side of the draw, every single game in its own right is a Champions League final in terms of the quality of the game, I'm sure, and the quality of the team. If you're not getting City, you're getting Real Madrid. If you're not getting, Liverpool, okay, maybe Galatasaray, but you're probably going to get Bayern Munich at some point. Like, it's just nasty work. It's just nasty, nasty work. Every single game is final-like. So you just got to just take round by round if you even get to the next round. Kvaratskhelia on. Yeah. I seen him come on. But he's gone on to the right side. It's the thing, he could play both flanks. I've seen him do so much damage off the right as well. He's a proper player. Man said the password is coming. What, Bodo Glimt? Cucurella, good counter press. You don't, by the way, one thing we don't really talk about, you do not see Cucurella as high up the pitch as we used to under Maresca. You really, really don't see Cucurella anymore in the high up positions. Like, we got so accustomed to seeing Cucurella crash in the box, counter pressing. That's another maybe reason why counter press is not as strong. You saw Cucurella so high up the pitch all the time. Under Liam Rossignol, his ass is in defence. His ass is in that back four, in that kind of Aspilicueta, Jose Mourinho kind of no-nonsense fullback type role. I don't like this. One of you need to deal with this. Thank you. No, I'm not crying. I've got hay fever. My eyes are cooked. Eyes are cooked. Nose is cooked. Everything's cooked. Tablets have clearly not kicked in. Actually, they've kicked in because I've stopped sneezing, to be fair. Neves. Kvaratskhelia. Good tackle. Palmer. João. Go on, João. It's a tough job, man. You also just got to say, like, João Pedro's job is incredibly difficult. You know, he's not got a lot to work with sometimes. He's receiving. He's receiving and he's got not much to hit. So it's, we got to I know he's lost the ball a lot, but a lot of the time it is because he's dilly-dallying on the ball because he doesn't know who he's going to give it to next. And that sometimes just happens because our players are so deep. He might have one option in Neto who's on the other side of the pitch, or, that's it really. So it's a tough job. When you play away in the Champions League and you're a centre forward, you're not going to have, it's a tough day, man. Especially against a team like PSG who have the ball and they can sometimes pen you in. It's not easy. It's not easy. So, we've only got one runner today. There's no runner from midfield. There's no runner from right wing. There's only Neto. That's the only runner. That's the only runner. It's a shift. You just gotta. Fuck. Clear. Nice. This Bodo Glimt team, man, you got to give it to them, innit? Going to be in the quarter-final of the Champions League. Keep going. Keep going. I'm happy. Listen, it's 2-2. It's 2-2. So far, it's a good, honest night's work from the Chelsea. We take it. I've seen us battered pillar to post against top European teams, and sometimes you just gotta get through it. It's a knockout competitions. There's no There's nothing more important than the result. Ciao, Pedro. All right, now I need you to keep the ball. Because if you'd given it away there, it would have been unacceptable. Neto. Fofana. Fucking hell. The press, man. The press. I'm still got my eye on the winner. Yeah, same. I still got my eye on the winner. Just because the limbs would be absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. Dembele's off. Yeah, Doué didn't really do anything in this game. Barely spoke about Doué, so I'm not surprised that he came off earlier. Now Lee's coming on for Dembele. Marquinhos on the ball. Like I said, most of this second half, a good 80% of it has just been PSG possession. We've not really had any control, but as long as we're structurally organised and we're ready to break, someone's got to, someone's got to be countering. But you got to watch the energy levels now as well. Concentration needs to be higher than ever if we're going to be doing this. If we go far in this Champions League, it's going to be the attack that takes us there. It's not going to be the defence. And I'm sure we all know that, so we need Palmer to get back into goal-scoring form as soon as possible. Or we don't have a prayer. 20 minutes to go. I'll take this result, man. I'll definitely take this result. Onus is certainly more on PSG to get a win in this game. So imagine if this was on away goals. Fuck. 2 goals in France and it means nothing in terms of any advantage. Play it, nice. Cucurella. Nice. It's got to go in behind, man. It's got to go in behind. I'm wondering when we're going to make the Garnacho Neto sub. Nice. Enzo. Free kick, ref. Thank you very much. I don't want to see no tossing. I don't want to see no body issue. I don't know why these two are warming up. Ain't nobody trying to see you two. I'm going to sit back down. Get a blanket. I'm not even really trying to see Delap either, I'll be honest. I know people are saying João Pedro's not having a great game, but I'm not trying to see Delap at all. Because if any opportunity arises from a shooting perspective, I need João Pedro on the pitch to take the shot. Has João Pedro had a shot? I'm trying to think. Outside of the header, which was never going to go in, it was too difficult. I've not seen João Pedro get his foot behind the ball and take a proper shot on this goal. Not that I can remember. He's had 3 shots. Which one was it? I don't remember many shots from him. Certainly not enough. Lavia. Yeah, Lavia could be a shout. Santos. I wouldn't be surprised to see one of those two come on. Here's Enzo. Play it. Play it. Good. Don't fuck about! Oh my fucking God, the worst thing. What did I fucking say about this guy and this shit? What did I fucking say? What did I fucking say about this shit? What the fuck are you doing? There's nothing I hate more than conceding a goal like that. So avoidable, so unnecessary, so self-inflicted. How many times have I said it? How many times have I said it today? Especially in the first half, not much in the second, but I've still said it enough times. This shit that you're trying to do today is not that deep. It's not that deep. Because when you're playing out from the press, it's not easy. How many warnings do you need? Their press is very, very strong. Go long. We're in Paris. We're in the Parc des Princes. We are the defending team, and we'll take the 2-2. Oh my God. Fucking hell, man. Like, you're asking too much of the attack to have to get 3 goals just to fucking get a result in Paris. How many goals do you man need to ship? 3 goals we've conceded today. 3. The amount of goals we're conceding it's not good. It's not good at all for the rest of the season. There's too many goals we're conceding. Far too many goals. 2 here, 2 there, now 3 today. Too many goals. Fuck, man. Such a dumb goal to concede. You're in a serious game. You're getting a serious result. fucking hell. Look at this. Look at I'm just on SofaScore just to keep up with the teams. It's just a sea of red in that back line. Just pure red. Goalkeeper red. Brother, it's a sea of blood in that back line. It's just pure red. And this is what I'm saying. You got to have a proper defense in this competition if you're going to go far. You cannot be shipping this amount of goals. And you can't be playing them types of passes. You have to have some common sense. And again, you can't be arrogant. You can't be naive to think that you can play out of this press like this. It's just, you got to go long. If it's not there and it's not obvious, off it goes. And by the way, we've had a couple of close quarters, you know. It's not even just the ones we've fucked up. It's the ones where we've couple millimeters and it's more transitions and it's more shots for PSG in the first half, especially. We had a real couple close encounters. Oh, God. Oh, we put so... Finish! Yeah! Oh, it's offside! Fuck! Oh, man. Oh, my days. Fuck. Who's offside? Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I think it's Enzo offside. Oh, fuck's sake. Fuck, man. Such fine margins in this competition. You don't understand. That goal could cost us, man. I really hope it doesn't, but that goal could genuinely cost us. I've watched too many Champions League games. Too many games. You can't be making those fucking mistakes. It could genuinely cost us this tie. I've seen it too many times. So unnecessary. If you're going to lose, I'd rather you lose because they scored a scream or they just opened you up because they were just playing mad football. But when you're making your own mistakes that you don't need to make, it's too painful. It's too painful, man. Fuck, man. I fucking had nightmares about this type of goalkeeping mistake before the game. That's why I just didn't even want him to play. But as soon as he plays him, I know what Liam's on, because Liam's going down the route of you must. If we concede again, fucking hell, man. Can't concede again. Like I said, 1 goal deficit, it's not the end of the world. It's just jarring because we have constantly got back into the game, and then we just let it go again. But 1 goal deficit. Just go to the second leg, but boy, don't. The thing is, because there's no away goals. You got to win by 2 clear goals. That's my biggest thing. You don't have that advantage with a 3-2 loss where you can win 1-0 and go through. That's what it used to be. So that really makes this result very calm because, I mean, we can't keep clean sheets anyway, but in theory, if you can just not concede more than what we've scored here. If we can only concede 1, we can win 2-1 and go through. But because you got to win by 2 clear goals, always going all the way to penalties, with an attack like theirs and a defence like ours, bro, we're going to have to be on point, man. 2 clear goals. I mean, I'm assuming we're going to concede. That's just how we are. I'm assuming we're going to concede. The lap's coming on for João Pedro. Lavia's coming on as well. Oh, Delap, you've been useless for 99.9999999% of your Chelsea career. Is it possible you could be of some service tonight, considering we actually paid for you and you're wearing the 9 at my football club? Could you be of some use? James, Delap, be of use. Be of use. It better off. What do you mean? Did it take a deflection? If it didn't take a deflection, how did it not take a deflection? How? What kind of striking is this? When he signed, man, them were talking about ball striking ability. Ball striking ability. I said, I'm not sure about the ball striking ability. Man, them were going off in the comments. Have you not seen him? Man City Academy. He shoot with the generation of the power. I said, hey. I said, all right. Cool. We're going to see some shooting technique. Bollocks. Bollocks. Man, I'm like, oh, there's a Harry Kane in there with the shooting. And what? What? Man has sliced it. I expect that shit from Jackson. Oh, my goodness. I thought it took a deflection. Man, they were talking about Harry Kane, ball striking and ra-ta-ta. Lord of mercy. Lord of mercy. Oh, my God. Fuck. 6 minutes. Bro, man sliced it. It's like the ball was getting away from him. Sliced it. Okay. The lap's on his bike. You got to give it. You got to release that ball. You have to release that ball. You have to. You must. We need to start backing ourselves that Delap is going to be quicker across the ground than their centre-backs that have been playing for 85 minutes. I'm sorry. We have to put that ball in behind. Cavaskillia cutting in. Shot. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. We're done. We're cooked. That's it. I'm sorry, but that's the tie for me. That's the tie. I'm going to be so real. That's the tie. I've seen it. I've seen it before. You cannot. We can dream with a 2-goal deficit. You're more than welcome to dream. Everybody has dreams. Everybody has dreams. I have dreams. You have dreams. People do the lotto numbers. People do the lotto numbers all the time. People, they sign up for them Instagram £1 house. Do you want to buy this house in Maidenhead for £1? This 5-bedroom house could be yours. Everybody has fucking dreams, chat. Everybody has dreams. James! James! Fucking hell! What is going on? Oh my God. Share this post and comment, tag 5 friends, like this post and follow these 10 accounts and you might just win a grape. We've all got dreams. We've all got dreams, chat. But I'm sorry. I said it at the start of the stream. In the Champions League, whether you're going to be fortunate or you're going to be dominant, your defense has to be leaned on and accounted for. And this defense cannot be saved. It cannot be saved and it cannot be depended upon. There is no leader. There is no elite level defender, let alone 2. Let alone a goalkeeper that can save you in matches, shot stopping. What did I say at All You Can Eat Chelsea? I said, do not get stubborn, do not get arrogant, do not get naive to think that you can play out from the back against one of the best pressing teams on the planet. Because that's what Luis Enrique prides himself on. With your very, very average ball-playing defense. Average. It's not Levi Colwill next to Silva. It's not David Luiz in his prime. It's Chalobah and Fofana. Let's use our common sense. Let's go long. Let's be calculated. Let's be coherent. One of the goals, that goal. Because you cannot concede those types of goals because Kvaratskhelia can do that. Barcola can do this. So when you've got players like this who can do elite level shit in terms of striking of the ball, where you just have to hold your hands up and say, Ross, what a goal. You can't make the individual errors on top of that. Imagine if we were making individual errors when we were playing against the... Oh my God, we're going to... Oh my... That would have been it for me. If that wasn't offside, that would have been the one. You see my chair, you see how... My chair knows when to leave. My chair knows when to back off and give me space to cool down. My chair's gone. Because we know, me and my chair are in sync. We knew what time it was, if that counted. The chair's gone. Do you know what I mean? The chair knows. Let me bring it back. We done this, man. We done this to ourselves, man, with the overcomplication of the situation back there. We said, by hook or by crook, we're gonna play through this press. Reece James, you gotta play that ball over, and he didn't. You give it away, it's in the wrong place, and then that can happen. That can happen. And this is why it was so irrelevant as to whether Kvaratskhelia or Desiree Doué or Barcola or Dembele, who starts. Because look at them. Look at them. You know, both of them have slapped in wonder strikes, wonder goals. What, we got a red card coming up? Because that's the last thing that we need right now. That's the last thing missing. If we get ourselves into a little scrap and somebody gets sent off. This is the immaturity playing out now. This is the foolishness playing out now. If somebody gets sent off, this is the last thing on the bingo card is the red card. There's a square in the bingo card and it's just red. The whole square is red. You don't have to tick it or anything. It's just red. Premier League is getting absolutely cooked this week in the Champions League. Champions League is very unforgiving and very ruthless, you know, and we're not equipped. with this defence, man, we're not equipped. We're not equipped. This defence, the amount of goals we've conceded, we keep conceding, it's not sustainable at the highest level. That's why I was so angry against Wrexham. Can you imagine if we went out against Wrexham, chat? Can you imagine if we went out against Wrexham? This is what I want a lot of you to be thinking about when you're talking about prioritising PSG. Don't get me wrong. It's a bigger game in terms of the stakes, in terms of the quality of the team. Can you imagine if we went out to Wrexham? At least we went through against Wrexham. At least we got Port Vale at home and we're pretty much in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Going to Wembley. Another big game. See? That's what happens when you fucking... You make sure that everything's important, fam. You gotta do it. You got to do it. Can you imagine going out in the FA Cup and then this happens? I don't think I could handle it. Oh, you see? Transition is 5! And you're trying to tell me the keeper can't save that? Look at his weak wrists. Look at his weak, sweaty palms. His weak, sweaty hands. I saw it against Aston Villa at Villa Park last season. Last season, I saw these sweaty hands, bro. His hands ain't even dry. You see what I'm saying about this keeper? This goalkeeping decision? You see what I'm saying? Man, I'm sorry. I'm genuinely sorry. But I said what I said. And people, you have to start listening to me. I'm sorry. But I think I'm the special one. When I speak, listen to me. I told you about this fucking goalkeeper situation. It's not necessary. They got me spitting. They got me spitting on the mic. They got me spitting on the mic like I'm Chip. They got me spitting on the mic. They got me moving like AJ Tracy up in this bitch. I told them. I told these fucking idiots. This is the Champions League. Donnarumma, shot stopper, cross collector. Last season, Courtois, Real Madrid, shot stopper, cross collector. Every season. We want to do the fancy. We want to do the passing out the back. Passing out the back. Fuck off. Do the basics, you plebs. You donkeys. Do the basics. Guys, the tie is done. We were 2-2. 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, it's 2-2. We are in this game. We can be proud of the performance. We can accept the fact that we're the second best because they're at home and we're going back to Stamford Bridge. Look at the scoreline now. 5-2. 5-2. We've gone from respect, just like it says on the side of the shirt, respect, to equaling what Tottenham did last night. How is that possible? How have we gone from respect to what Tottenham did? How? How? How's that possible? How? How? Somebody explain it to me. How have we gone from respect to disrespect in 15 minutes? Guys, 5-2. If you had told me at 2-2 we were going to lose 5-2, 5, I would have said, you're a hater. You're just a hater. You're just genuinely just a hater. 5. And Liam Rosenior, I'm sorry. You're in the pits of hell for today. For today, you're in the pits of hell. You've lost 3 times to Arsenal. You've had a very favourable Premier League run. Favourable up until the big game. Against Arsenal, you lose again. And then you lose 5-2 to PSG because you want to play around the goalkeepers. And I'm seeing quotes from Peter Schmeichel talking about Jorgensen's the number one. How can Jorgensen be the number one if you've not even played him before? The first time you played him was last week. How can he be the number one? How? How's that possible? You don't even know him. How is he number one? You do not know the geezer. I know him better than you know him. How do you know him? You don't know this guy. Where do you know him from? Where do you know him from? To be saying that he's number one in the biggest game of the season. Biggest game of the season. And he's number one. Why? Was Sanchez playing in the Club World Cup final? I think so. Is Sanchez one of our players of the season? I think so. Is Sanchez collecting crosses? I think so. Is Sanchez saving shots? Potentially the Kvaratskhelia shot? I think so. The last shot, absolutely he's saving that shot. Are you fucking dumb? Sanchez, one of the best shot stoppers, is saving that shot based upon this season. And playing out from the back, well, if you just let Sanchez go long and give him the option to go long, he doesn't play that short pass because he will just go long. It's only since you've come in and you've started demanding that everybody's got to play short, now he's starting to make mistakes and play short, and then the passes are being given away. Let him play long. Maresca learned. Maresca learned the hard way. This is what I'm saying. Everybody's got to learn. Everybody's got to learn in their own time. We know the squad better than you. We have been here for a long time as fans. We know this team. You're going to learn the hard way. You said Neto's world class, you're going to learn the hard way. You think Jorgensen's good enough, you're going to learn the hard way, etc., etc., etc. We know what we're watching. So you figuring it all out. He said it. He literally said it in broad daylight. He said, I'm still learning about my players. He said, I'm still learning about my players, who I can trust, who I depend upon. Brother, it's March. We don't want to learn now. As a Chelsea fan, do you want to learn in March? Learning is for August. Learning is for September. Learning is for pre-season. Why are we learning in March? Why are we learning in March? We're learning in March. We're learning in March. He's learning in March. Cool. 5-2. That's what happens when you're learning, isn't it? When you're learning, you learn. So learning is free. Education is free. We're not gonna tell you it's gonna be a good learning experience, that you're gonna get a good education, but you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn. What's that graph? Fuck about and find out. And right now, you're fucking about and you're finding out. If we could do a plot, if we could get a graph, the fuck about is up here and the find out is there. And your point is right there. You are fucking about a lot and you're finding out a lot. So fuck about and find out. But to do it in the Champions League knockouts, first leg, fucking about and finding out, away from home, like the audacity to think that you can come to PSG and play through their press all the time. The naivety, the immaturity, it is mind-boggling. And it is just, it's literally just a fair representation of the age of everyone involved. You're all mentally very, very young. If you think that you can do that, you've just not watched enough Champions League performances away from home. You've just not watched enough Champions League. I'm leaving because I need to be just saying all this anyway. It's just that I really thought it was impossible for me to crash out. I really thought it was impossible for me to crash out. I thought, it's PSG. It's not Wrexham. If we lose by a goal, okay, it's fine. We draw, great. Lose by 2. 3? I mean, you're asking for me to crash out. I don't want to crash out. I wanted to be proud. I wanted to praise. I wanted to talk about the pros, the cons, the weaknesses, the strengths. But 5-2? Fucking hell, man. 5-2. And then them brothers that are mentally and emotionally disengaged, you're overreacting. It's not that bad. We'll just shut the fuck up, please. Just don't even bring that shit to my doorstep. Don't even bring that shit to my doorstep. Just go. Just go, please. You've mentally checked out, so just actually check out. I don't like it when people mentally check out, but they still check in. Check out. Fuck. It's 12 o'clock. Check out. Just go. We got to make the room for the next people who give a fuck about this club. You want to mentally check out and leave. Take your luggage and go. Don't mentally check out and then be hovering around reception at the hotel looking for free samples and can I get a bite to eat? Fuck off. I'm telling you directly, because I know there's a couple of you that will be in my comments. Check the fuck out. If you've checked, check out. Check out. Guys, full-time, 5-2. I really can't actually quite believe it's real. The goals just went in so fast. It's just honestly heartbreaking. Because I know we're done. We're not coming back from that. I'm sorry. 4-2, you could just about cling on. 5-2, the tie's done. I don't know what we're doing in the second leg. I don't know what we're going to do here. But we're wasting our time. We're going to concede because we're not keeping a clean sheet. So what we're going to do, score 4 goals just to get to extra time? Fucked. Absolutely fucked. Bradley says, United fan here, where do you think Chelsea should be strengthening this summer to compete for the league next season? Brother, I can't even answer such a loaded question right now. My head is so hot. I can't wait for the Kinski discussion on Tottenham segment tomorrow. I would love to cook Tottenham and Man City and all of these discussions, but we just lost 5-2. We just lost 5-2. So what does it all mean? Besides that goal, what has Barcola done? These men are stressing me out, trying to build up from the back. It's not working, and the coach isn't changing the tactics. Selling Jackson to sign Delap has to be racism. Carver and Neto, both 60 mil. Kvaratskhelia and Pedro Neto cost the same money. Not on the wages, most likely, but on the transfer fee, they cost the same money. Imagine watching Kvaratskhelia cut in and score and knowing Neto cost the same money. Pedro Neto cost the same money. James is not a fucking midfielder. Enough is enough. Liam, goalkeeper waffle, so unnecessary. Told y'all James in midfield was criminal. Do not let Saeed talk tomorrow. Hold that, Fulham. Listen, Man United fans are ringing my phone. I don't know why. You're not even booked and busy. You're not even booked and busy. Imagine laughing at a CEO, a businessman, a company, head of department had a bad day in Canary Wharf because the presentation went wrong, because he didn't fulfill the assignment. You're literally unemployed. How dare you? KG, ringing my phone. You're unemployed. Why are you ringing my phone? I've had a hard day at work. I got to get back on the Lizzie line in rush hour, shrugging shoulders and armpits are sweaty. You're unemployed. Go and get a job. It's mad. You think I would ever, if we were playing one game a week, ringing people. You might have a little laugh on your own stream, but you're going to ring me. It's mad. It's okay, bro. You can still, bro, please don't sell me no hopium today. I'm not buying. Are you winning the FA Cup with your Wembley record? Why are we resting Cole Palmer? Looks like he's the golden boy, he's the best defender. Bozos, pricks, useless players. Who cares if we went out against Wrexham? We ain't winning the FA Cup anyways. Oh, my God. Well, if we can't even beat Port Vale and go semi-final and have a hope, then what can we do? Tell Tottenham we said hello. $1 billion Tottenham 5-2 to both of you. This bloke's decisions are absolutely fucking dog shit. Is European Heritage in the chat with us right now? Imagine. Guys, I'm rapping, man, because I'd hate to be performative. I'd hate to be performative right now.